All right, ladies and germs, let me situate the live real quick. Post the link for the people on Twitter that want to join in the fun. You got Annabella Ortiz versus Marlene Esparza. In case you're not familiar with the fighters, here's what you need to know. Annabella Ortiz went from minimum weight up to flyweight for this fight. That means she went 2 divisions north of where she normally campaigns to challenge Marlene for this title, right? Live right now. Give me a second, y'all. Let me give live right now. Ow. All right, we posted that for the people on Twitter. Yeah, she's 2 divisions north of where she normally campaigns. And the thing is, Annabelle has a lot more pro experience than Marlene, but she's smaller than Marlene. She's not a big puncher, and neither is Marlene. So in all likelihood, this is a fight that's going to go to the cards. Marlene has a good polished Olympic style of boxing. I really hope to see her transition to a more pro style that's centered around doing damage as opposed to just winning points. We'll see. Marlene is not a lot of people's sweetheart. Ava Knight don't like her. Sinicia Estrada don't like her. Sulem Urbina does not like her. I even heard Clarissa Shields doesn't like her. But she can box. So let's see what happens. Open up the chat. I'll open up the chat to the panel after a couple of fights. Got some things I want to talk about, some things I want to address about the Ring IQ pound for pound list, and an argument I saw unfold earlier today on Instagram in reference to why Nonito Donaire is listed on the list and Vasyl Lomachenko is not. I will address those questions and more here during the live fight party. Noticeable discrepancy in size between the reigning champion and the challenger, Marlene Esparza. She's a lot bigger than Annabelle Ortiz. Annabelle's got guts. Mexican fighters often do. And she's actually coming forward on Marlene. This is why you gotta love Annabelle Ortiz. This is why you gotta love Mexican fighters. They got fucking guts. They're gonna go for it. Something might happen, something might not. But what will happen is they're gonna go for it. Annabelle's going for it. Marlene is picking her spots, picking her moments. She's not just plowing into the much smaller, 3 years older Annabelle Ortiz. She's using her jab. I know a lot of people don't like Marlene, and I understand that, but you have to give her this much. She knows how to win around, she knows how to box. Not the best gas tank, not the best power, not the best speed, but good ring IQ, good punch selection. That's what I said, JD. Well, that's not even what I said. That's what someone else said because there were 2 guys arguing in the comments under the Ring IQ pound for pound list. There was some guy saying that Nonito Donaire shouldn't be there, you know. And one of the more informed guys that understands how I do the list, he explained to him, you know, that Nonito Donaire is a champion right now, and you need a belt just to be considered, much less ranked, because the list is only for winners and only for champions. That goes over a lot of guys' heads because they don't like the way that the facts stack up. They don't like the fact that maybe their favorite fighter doesn't have a belt right now. And you know what? It's winning a belt, winning belts, being a champion in multiple weight classes that got them considered to be on the list. So if you're not in possession of a belt, why should you be on the list? Obviously, this was a Vasyl Lomachenko fanboy because it's usually them that get all in their fucking feelings and get in their titties when they don't see him on a list. And I don't have nothing against Vasyl Lomachenko, but it's a simple situation. Beating Masayoshi Nakatani is nice, but beating Masayoshi didn't make Teofimo pound for pound. Beating Richard Comey is nice and dominating him. That's nice, but Teofimo knocking him out didn't make him pound for pound, did it? So why are you expecting these things to make Vasyl Lomachenko pound for pound right now? It doesn't work like that. He has to get his belts back because it's getting those belts and being in those kind of fights and collecting those championships that got him ranked on a pound for pound list. That's what got him there. So that's what'll get you back there. At least on my list, that's how it works. It's only for winners and only for champions. It's not for former champions. It's not for contenders. It's not for guys that live on your block that you have an emotional attachment to. It's not from guys. It's not for guys from your city that you have an emotional attachment to. I don't care about anecdotes and personal preferences. The list is only for winners and only for champions. It's that fucking simple. You can see Marlene Esparza is showing the cleaner work. The very small Annabelle Ortiz is struggling to land shots because she's often out of range. Marlene only has to take a half step back to be safely out of range of Annabelle. Whereas Marlene, being the bigger fighter, she doesn't have to be in the pocket to touch Annabelle Ortiz with shots. Dude, Esparza she looks good, man. She looks sharp. She looks sharp. Marlene Esparza comes from a very good amateur background. She's one of these fighters that needs to transition from an amateur style to a pro style, and that's what she's doing. She looks good. In and out, putting punches in there, getting out safely, being effective. Yeah, you got to love the fanboys, Jay. You got to love the fanboys because they're so understanding of what got Vasyl Lomachenko ranked on the list, and it's the title fights that got him there. It's fighting world champions, beating world champions, and being in possession of world titles. That's the only reason he got ranked with so few fights. That's it. Because he was a champion, he was a multi-weight champion. So the moment that stops, right, he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there ahead of someone who's fighting champions, beating champions, and has a belt or has belts. It's that simple. And if he's still as good as how he was, then he'll get his belts back and he'll get his rank back. It's not complicated. That's why Donaire is there. If not for Donaire being in possession of a world title, he wouldn't be there. But he's there because he knocked out an unbeaten champion, made it look easy. He goes in there with a contender, his mandatory challenger, knocks him out, makes it look easy. And you're telling me that he's not skilled because he lost to Rigo 7 years ago or 8 years ago? That was 8 years ago, bro. Rigo is not the fighter that he used to be. He tried to become a champion at the same weight as Donaire, and what happened? He stunk out the place. His last fight with Casemiro, remember that? Does he look like the Rigo that beat the shit out of Jazza Dickens? Does he look like the Rigo that beat Amagasa? Does he look like the Rigo that beat Donaire? No, I'll tell you right now, I'm a betting guy, and I'd give today's Donaire a good chance of knocking out today's Rigo. And if he don't knock him out, he'll win on points because all Rigo going to do is run around the ring. And the boxing snobs is going to, he's so skilled. Oh my God, the foot. Well, yeah. He lost the fucking fight. Like I said, he was going to lose the fucking fight. Most pound for pound ranked. Yeah, you absolutely right, Pulchek. And I try to take my favorites out of it because my favorite fighter is Terrence Crawford. Most people don't realize that. My favorite fighter is Terrence Crawford, but I got him ranked at number 3. Why? Because it's not supposed to be a list of my favorite fighters. One of my favorite fighters is Derek Chisora. Should I rank him on the list? That's one of my favorite fighters. Y'all know that? Yeah, Annabelle can't find her range. She can't land no shots because she's too small. Marlene Esparza is switched on. She's sharp. She's on it tonight. Her pro style is coming along. She is getting better. I still favor Senicia to beat her in a rematch, but Marlene's looking the part. She is looking the part. She's controlling the distance. She's getting off. Annabelle really isn't. Tries for an overhand right, glancing overhand right. I like the body shots from Marlene Esparza. Like that double hook. Marlene Esparza. Marlene Esparza. I would interview her, but I've interviewed so many people that don't like her. I'm afraid that I might get cursed out or something. So I'm not going to try to interview Marlene. I don't want to get in no trouble. I don't want to be in no shit. No, it's not complicated. If you see that Nonito Donaire has a belt today and Rigo does not, even though yesterday Rigo beat Donaire, what that means is that Donaire has the longevity that Rigo does not. Where have we seen this before? Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins. The first time they fought, Roy won the fight. And Roy was, he went on to become the pound for pound darling, when they first fought. But 14 years later, the second fight, Bernard Hopkins had the longevity that Roy did not have. It's the same situation with Donaire and Rigo. Donaire is exhibiting the longevity that Guillermo Rigondeaux does not have. And the way we know that is Guillermo attempted to become a champion at the same weight that Donaire campaigns, the same weight that Donaire holds a title. Rigo could not get a title. He tried. He stunk out the place. The same way he stunk out the place with Liborio Solis. I could use some Henny. Nonito fighting like a small Canelo. He looks amazing, Nonito does. He looks amazing. She is amazing, especially in Dance of the Dragonflies. I don't got no idea who y'all talking about. What I do know is Marlene Esparza is winning this fight and looking the part. She switched on, using a jab, measuring the distance, putting shots downstairs. Marlene knows how to win rounds. Annabelle Ortiz is a tough competitor. She's as tough as they come and very experienced. Her reign as a champion lasted something like 8 or 9 years, but that was at minimum weight. This is flyweight. It's not complicated. So, I left a comment under the argument that these two other guys were having. For those that haven't seen it, you can go to Instagram on the Ring IQ pound for pound list when you see it and look in the comments. You're going to see two guys arguing with each other. The guy's main point is that Vasyl Lomachenko should be there. For those that know how the list works, you'll know that based on the governing criteria, no, he should not be there. He hasn't beaten any world champions since he beat Teofimo Lopez. He beat Masayoshi Nakatani, right? He beat Richard Comey. But I'll ask you, Teofimo beat those guys first, before Vasyl Lomachenko, right? And when he beat them, was he a pound-for-pound fighter for beating them? No. So why would Vasyl Lomachenko be a pound-for-pound fighter for beating them? There's no continuity in the way that these individuals think because they have the minds of children. I am from an advanced civilization. I'm not from your shitty little blue planet. That's why I don't think the way that most of you do. Fistiana Fights is in the building. ZMM is in the building. Joe Mama is in the building. Leo is in the building. Sophia is in the building. Eparoqua is in the building. That wasn't a down, man. They be trying to help Marlene out a lot. They really do. And I wish they would have helped Sulem. You want my honest opinion? It's not because Sulem is cool. It's not because she's cool peoples. I honestly believe if anybody deserved consideration from the judges, it was Sulem Urbina in the Naoko Fujioka fight, more than Marlene Esparza in the Abeth Zamora Silva fight. I believe that Sulem deserved consideration from the judges. She didn't get it. Marlene gets it all the time. Maybe it's the Olympic pedigree. I don't know. Maybe they feel that Marlene is more marketable than Sulem. Maybe that's how they feel, but that's bullshit. Because if you ask around, more people like and get along with Sulem than Marlene. Sulem is cool people. She's gracious to the fans, always gracious to me. They give Marlene the benefit of the doubt. Marlene, who Ava Knight hates, Sinicia Estrada hates, Sulem Urbina hates. I heard Clarissa don't like her neither. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. She's a good boxer, though. This is not the taking the piss out of Marlene Esparza episode. I'm just saying that she got consideration in that Zamora fight that Sulem should have got. She should have got more consideration. Appreciate that, Drew. Drew is in the building. These clowns have no intelligence when making Libra por Libra lists. Catch that G talk from Eddie. We taking over global boxing and doing 50 shows. Talk about it, Drew. It chapped my ass that Leonard Ellerby wanted to put that little handicap on whose company is more successful. Don't count the Canelo fights that Matchroom promoted, right? Don't count them, even though Matchroom promoted those fights. They are part of Matchroom's catalog in 2021, but don't count them. And don't count the UK shows or the European shows. Don't count those either. Just count the stuff here because we don't do business on a global scale. That's essentially what you're telling me. That's like having a dick measuring contest and telling the other guy, hey, no, you can only measure the tip. You can only measure the tip. It's some bullshit, is what it is. Some bullshit, some bitch shit, some Leonard Ellerby shit. Now, Marlene Esparza doesn't have the best gas tank. That's been one of her drawbacks. She tires as a fight progresses. She doesn't seem as switched on right now. We see Annabelle, she's getting a little closer. It's not really landing telling blows, not really landing big shots. Marlene still seems in control. You watch, nah, I didn't see the Radio fight. The zone running boxing, fuck PBC, you goddamn right. I agree with you, JD. I don't even disagree with you. But see, I am from a planet where logic rules all things. That's why we're very peaceful on our planet and very efficient. We are masters of war and masters of strategy because logic is our compass. Whereas here on Earth, you have a lot of emotional idiots that think because they have emotions, I'm supposed to listen. I don't care about your emotions, your anecdotes, or your preferences. Vasyl Lomachenko's title run is what made him a pound for pound fighter. So in order for him to re-enter that conversation for me, he has to get a title. If it wasn't for the titles that he picked up, he would have never been pound for pound. It was because he was fighting for titles so early in his career with so few pro fights. That's what got him ranked on a pound for pound list, and that's what'll get him back there. It's that simple. I'm not saying he can't get back on the list. I actually think he can beat George Kambosos. But until he does, and until he gets a belt, he doesn't have a rank. We are masters of war in Capricornia. Not everyone can go. Drew can go because he's a Capricorn, but not everybody can go to Capricornia. How funny is it to see the LDBC use your talking points now, Jules, and say Heyman and Floyd are frauds, especially their general 78 Sports? Well, you know me, bro. I don't waste time on, I try not to waste any more time on stupid ass takes and shit that people say, because I realized earlier this year that the audience that they cater to is not the audience that I'm talking to or even trying to talk to. The audience they cater to are not a unit of measure in the world of boxing. Why? Because they don't pay for boxing. I want to speak to the boxing fans, the fans that either go to the fights or pay to see the fights at home. Those are the people that I'm trying to appeal to. I'm not trying to appeal to the Fire Stick Committee. No offense to anybody that has a Fire Stick, right? No offense. No offense to anybody that streams the fights or doesn't want to pay-per-views. You know, no offense. But when you see guys beating the drum for the PBC and talking about how fucking great these fights are while not buying those fights, well, that's a logical fallacy. If the fights were great, you'd be buying them. If you're not buying them, the fights must not be that great. It's just simple. Don't tell me that Gervonta Davis is a pay-per-view attraction and a big draw, and all you do when he fights is steal the shit. If you're stealing the shit, then he's not a big draw because he's not drawing any of your money and you're a fan of him. So if he's not drawing your money, how's he going to draw mine? I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of his company or his matchmaking. I'm not a fan of his fights. I have a reason to say I don't buy his fights because I don't like the matchmaking. But if you're actually a Gervonta Davis fan, you're his fan, you think he's great, you think he's pound for pound and all this bullshit, right? Then why aren't you buying his fights? If you don't buy his fights, what hope does he have of getting my money? His own fans aren't buying his fucking fights. I know Jules gets a little bit of Capricorn pleasure knowing his haters and detractors can't refute him and still tune in to watch. Hey, I don't listen. Honest to God, I don't know who watches this channel. I really don't. I was surprised when Bill Haney stopped by once. I was honestly very surprised he stopped by here once. I was super surprised that one of my favorite fighters of the last 15 years stopped by, Tim Bradley. I was surprised. I was surprised that WBO super featherweight champion Jamel Herring watched this channel. I'm surprised of some of the people that I've seen or interacted with that actually watched videos on this channel. Like, hey, I'm just a boxing fan. Now, I'm not from your little blue planet. I'm a lot smarter than your average human. So, I got to say that. It's my daughter in the background, eavesdropping. That's right, we're aliens. Shut up. And I'm real fucking smart, and it's that fucking simple. I mean, Marlon Esparza, a very well-schooled boxer. The interesting fights for Marlon Esparza are Anaí Lopez, Leonela Paula Judica, and who else? Who else is in this division? That's interesting. Those are interesting fights. Wait, is that even her division? No, I got her division mixed up. The point that I'm making is my pound for pound list is based in logic. It's based in logic. It's not based on feelings, preferences, ethereal material shit, anecdotes. No, it's based in logic. Right now, Nonito Donaire is exhibiting the longevity that Guillermo Rigondeaux is not exhibiting. So even though Rigo beat him like 7 or 8 years ago, that doesn't make Rigo a pound for pound fighter today. That shit you talking about is from 7 or 8 years ago. Could he beat him today? I don't think so. He probably get knocked out today. The way he was getting pieced up by Julio Ceja, you telling me that's pound for pound because of a fight from 7 years ago? You're an idiot. There's one guy who has a title today. One guy who's knocking champions, unbeaten champions, and unbeaten contenders out today. And it's not Rigo. So what does that tell you? The same way that Hopkins exhibited the longevity that Roy didn't have is the same way Nonito is exhibiting the longevity that Rigo doesn't have. Shout out to Drew. I loved when the ESPN crew checked Ward's Canelo takes, and Ward tweeting that nonsense yesterday tells me he wants to run that Canelo duck narrative. Listen, we had this conversation, Drew, and I don't really want to attack Ward, but what I'm going to say is he seems like a very resentful person because when Triple G started buzzing, the shade started. Canelo Alvarez is making history and he's buzzing, the shade starts. You see how it goes? Whenever there's a guy who's at or around a weight that Ward campaigned or campaigns or whatever, he starts throwing shade. And people don't like it. Like, I'm not going to tell you that Ward wasn't a great fighter. Of course he was a great fighter. He was once ranked pound for pound #1 on my list. Fuck anybody else's. I don't care who ESPN ranks. I don't care who Ring Magazine ranks. But I had him ranked #1 on my list for a time. He's a great fighter. But being a great fighter doesn't mean you don't have character flaws. And he has character flaws. I see them. When did Better Beef look beatable last night? He suffered a cut due to a headbutt, not a punch that was set up. He was never in trouble. Marcus Brown was never in control of that fight. Never. He was backpedaling from the moment the fight started. When was Marcus Brown in control of that fight? Oh, Artur looks beatable. Yeah, fucking right. Jules, are you ever gonna come over to the UK? Of course, bro. Of course. Because your fans are here for you, bro. Your ideology as of course, bro. Of course, Slayton. Of course. That's one of my things that I want to do. I want to go to the O2 Arena, maybe go to the pub, get in the Donnybrook on the cobbles, maybe go to a trailer park, fight some gypsies. Maybe I get stabbed up. I don't know. Never fought a gypsy before. Throw the hands with him. Maybe I meet Billy Joe Saunders and shit. Dap him up. Billy was good. You know what I mean? Wild shit out here, yo. Getting some shit out there, yo. Some old bullshit. I love the UK. I love their sense of humor. UK sense of humor is very unique, but I love it. It's dry, it's intelligent. Everybody don't get it, but us Capricornians get it because we're dry too. Losing effort from the former WBA minimum weight champion Annabelle Ortiz, who's fighting a brave fight, a valiant fight, but she's just behind Marlene Esparza. She's always coming up short. Marlene has the length and the feet to land the shots and stay out of range of Annabelle's counters. There's not a lot that Annabelle can do about it. Trying to work in the clinch, but it's not clean work, and the judges won't reward her for it. You're not a gray alien, Sophia. You're from the West Coast. You're not a gray alien. I'm a gray alien. This is makeup. My eyes are really this big. I mean, like, and I still appreciate Ward's boxing. The same way I can sit here and tell you that, yeah, I was a fan of Floyd Mayweather's boxing. I'm never going to deny that. That doesn't mean I'm a fan of the stupid shit that he says. I'm not a fan of the dumb shit that he says. I'm not a fan of his matchmaking for his fighter. You know, these guys act like you have to like everything about, like, bro, I'm not a member of the fan club. I'm not the president of the, like, chill. Be, yeah, Floyd was great. Floyd boxed great, but chill. A lot of y'all act like y'all would suck that motherfucker dick behind closed doors. That's how a lot of y'all motherfuckers act. I don't know why y'all like that, but that's how y'all sound. That's how y'all look, being dick right. Like, if Floyd told you, hey, suck my dick, y'all would do it. Some of y'all, the way y'all act, y'all cats is wild. Fuck is wrong with a lot of y'all, yo? I don't know what weakness Ward. Me neither. Me neither, D. Me neither. What weakness? When did the fight get away from Better Beef? Because that cut was caused from a headbutt, not a punch. So what you saying, that he was in trouble because he got headbutted? Shit. Consider that Badu Jack, who I'm a fan of Jack. I think Jack was a great boxer. I still think he's a good boxer, right? Jack suffered that same cut in that same place, and it did not affect Artur the way it affected Jack. Think about that. That cut impaired Badu's vision. He couldn't get it together because it was too much blood coming out. Artur suffers that same cut in that same spot, and it's gushing blood, but he is still beating the shit out of this man. At what point did the fight get away from Artur is what I want to know. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on that fight because I really want to save it for the weekend recap. But it's just like you could tell that he throwing shade. Like, bro, you throwing shade, bro. You just throwing shade. You want some petty shit. You just want, and motherfuckers ain't gonna reward you. Like, I'm not one of these millennial cats that think it's at all cute or charming to be petty. That's some old. Eso es vaina de maricón. Eso son vaina de maricones y mujeres. Eso no, eso, like, that's not so, like, being petty. Oh, I'm gonna throw shade. Like, man, I'm not into that shit, bro. I'm not gonna throw shade. Why throw shade? If you got something bad to say it so you can reap the consequences. You don't want to reap the consequences, so you throw shade. I'm not into that shit, bro. I speak directly. It's how we're taught. My country, my planet. We do not speak in code. We do not need to leave you that which you must decipher. We will speak to you directly and tell you how we feel, if we feel anything worth telling you. That sentence is the same backwards as it is forwards. Only people from my planet can do that. I'm just playing. I gotta stop playing. People are gonna really think I'm fucking crazy. Maybe I am. Ward salty like Floyd Mayweather. It's the truth, bro. Eso no es vaina que un hombre, un macho, tiene que estar haciendo, de que tirando subliminal. ¿Subliminal para qué? ¿Indirecta para qué? Si tú tienes algo que tú le quieres decirle a Canelo, pues díselo, coño. But when people hear you, tú sabes que te van a atacarte a ti. They're gonna say, yo, dog, wait a fucking minute, bro. Your biggest wins is Kessler, Froch, Dawson, and Kovalev. And a lot of people don't even think you beat Kovalev the first time. So no comience con tu mierda y tu vaina criticando a este tipo when he's a 4-division champion, you were a 2-division champion. He beat 8 active world champions. You beat 3 active world champions. He became undisputed and made history in this division. You did not. Okay? He fought Golovkin. You wanted to fight Golovkin. It's time for Artur and Bivol to unify. I am in 100% agreement. Artur has a small window to beat that guy. And the longer the fight takes to make, the more it favors Bivol's straight punches, his footwork, his athleticism, and his jab. Because Bivol is a fighter who is perfectly comfortable fighting a boring fight that he's winning. He doesn't care. It takes a mature fighter to be able to do that. That I'll win boring. I can win boring. I could just jab you and move. Boxing is strong in the UK, bro. We definitely need you out here. Come do a lot. Yo, dog, one of these days, bro. I like the UK. I like it. I like the UK. I'm mad Drew got out there before I did. That's one of my shits that I want to do. I want to go to the UK and take in a fight. Fucking Drew actually did it. Shout out to Drew. Jules, you're number one on YouTube boxing, bar none. I love Beats, but your unique style is standout. Hey, Beats is good people. I'm all right. It's all good channels. We all make very good content. Shout out to Beats. I know we had a small disagreement, but Beats is my guy, man. Like, how could I be mad at Beats? Beats is my guy. I can't be mad at Beats. Ward salty he's not relevant and needs to get the shot to keep his ESPN job. And Floyd mad Al Heyman still his boss and is in a 360 deal. Both are jealous of Canelo autonomy and clout. I want to say this, Drew. Remember when I said that people need to reevaluate the relationship between Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather? That's what I'm talking about. For all this time and all these years, people have been assuming that Floyd is really his own boss. But that doesn't look to be the case from where I'm sitting. From where I'm sitting, it looks like Floyd's money is all entangled in Al Heyman's endeavors. It looks to me like Floyd Mayweather might be a guy who's on the same kind of stipend for a bigger dollar amount than Broner, but he's on a stipend. That's the sense that I get. I get the sense that when Floyd went to Japan, he wanted to make money for himself without Al Heyman. And that's why the PBC and Mayweather promotions weren't really even involved in that. Or Showtime, right? Showtime wasn't involved in that. You think about the fight with Logan Paul, and initially, it wasn't going to be on Showtime. Initially, Al Heyman wasn't going to be involved. It was going to be on Fanmio, and it was between Floyd and Logan. But what did they do? They did premium pricing. Nobody was interested in the fucking fight. That's why they moved it. That's why they moved it off Fanmio. Nobody was interested in the fight. Nobody was buying the fight, especially not with that premium pricing, like you versus a YouTuber in an exhibition match. So you're not even going to knock the fucking guy out? Why would I pay for that? Who ends up picking it up and saves the day for Floyd? Al Heyman, Stephen Espinoza. It's too much bullshit and too much bitch shit in this little planet called Earth. Too much bullshit, too much bitch shit. Too many guys, I'ma throw shade. Bro, I'm not gonna throw shade, man. If I think you're a fucking idiot, I'll just say that guy's a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna throw shade. Fuck out of here with those shade. Sublims. Fuck out of here, bro. Do that bullshit. Do that fucking bullshit. Diablo, qué cocotazo le dio a la Marlene. Tiene un hinchado en ese ojo, coño, un hinchado. I think that Marlena Esparza behind this performance is ready for unifications. I know that she's not everybody's favorite, but I think she's ready. I think that her style is developed enough that she's ready to unify. Congratulations to Marlena Esparza. Points decision win. The prediction stuck. Champions may not want to fight Marlene because of how blatant the favors and gifts she gets. A fighter who can punch will not be worried about the judges. I'll say Anaí Lopez, maybe she wouldn't want to fight Marlene, you know? Maybe she wouldn't. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. You know, because at the end of the day, for this weight class, Marlene is the money fight. Marlene is the only champion that fights on a major platform. She's the only champion at this weight with a major promoter behind her. So they got to see her. They have to see her. When Floyd says he made smart investments, he means, yo, he's talking about the investments that Al Heyman makes with his money. That's what he's talking about. Smart investments. And what are they, Mr. Smart Investor? Why don't we hear about them? When other guys do things, we hear about it. You know, Nas and Hennessy and Jay-Z and all the shit that he be doing, 50 Cent and all the movie studio shit. We hear about all of that shit. It's not under wraps. It's not a fucking secret. So if Floyd is making smart investments, what the fuck are they? Because you're here in 2021 waltzing with YouTubers for money. Say what you will. That is what you're doing. If I had that kind of money, I told you I'd be on an island getting my sucked every hour. I would not be in the ring with Jake Paul or Logan Paul or whichever one he was in there with. I wouldn't be doing that. I would be the booty snatcher, the seventh continent booty snatcher, running through 7 continents around the world, squeezing different kinds of butts that are different kinds of colors. You telling me that a guy that made that much money spends his time planning exhibitions with YouTubers, and it's not because he's strapped for cash? I don't believe you. There are so many other things you could be doing than that. But here you are. You have not graduated from this business model. That is what I see. Al reminded Floyd his fights were here. His fights here got to be through him. Remember how mad Floyd got when Jake Paul said to call? Yeah, I brought that shit up. He got, if you notice, I invite all of you to, when you get a chance, look up the video of when Jake Paul took Floyd Mayweather's hat and pay attention to when he says, "Do you want me to call Al?" Look at Floyd's face and look at how enraged he got. Why would that set him off if, according to Floyd, when you're dealing with Al, you're dealing with me? When you're dealing with me, you're dealing with Al. That doesn't appear to be the case. Why would you get enraged? Why would that bother you? Al convinced them to invest all their big money from pay-per-view upsides back into the PBC, and all of them on allowances until PBC is sold equals Ponzi. Yes, that is what I believe is going on. Drew, you're a smart guy. Look at the state of that brand. Look at the state of the stable and the fighters that fight there. Where is the value? Where is the value? Who's the big box office draw? Who? It's not the Charlo brothers. It ain't Errol. Nah, it ain't Errol. I'm sorry, that man ain't made no money the whole year. Not no boxing ring. So it ain't him. He on his way out. I'm sorry to say, for the people that don't want to hear that, you got a detached retina, bro. That's not the same thing as getting a boxer's fracture. That's not the same thing as bruised bones. No, that's a different kind of injury right there. All right? Approaching the end. What do you think Keith Thurman is? 2 years inactive, and now he's fighting Mario Barrios. Do you think he's going to take the welterweight division by storm? Jake is going to pull in bigger pay-per-view numbers than Tank. That is an absolute fact. He already has, technically, this year. He already has. What Tank Davis pay-per-view sold more than the Ben Askren fight or the first Tyrone Woodley fight? Davis is not going to touch those numbers till he fights somebody. And he's 27 years old. They think of him and talk about him like he's a child. No, he's the same age now that Canelo was when he fought Gennady Golovkin. He's the same age now. And he's like an infant. Or they treat him like an infant. Telling you, man. Telling you, man. I've been saying for the longest time that Al Heyman is a shyster. He moves like a shyster. Everything he does is all smoke and mirrors. And in the end, the decisions that he makes, if you're clever, you can see that what's going on doesn't benefit everyone, 9 times out of 10. What's going on can't benefit everyone, but it always seems to benefit Al. Everything that goes on always seems to benefit Al. That is not by accident. That is by design. Now I'm gonna open up the channel to the chat. We all talk some shit. James Jackson Look at what Connor did with his money from the Floyd fight. He started a whiskey brand, then sold it for 800 million. What did Floyd? Thank you, James. We see that a lot of guys that we grew up with, like Jay-Z, like Nas, like 50, they graduated from the platform that launched them. Nas don't gotta fucking rap anymore for money. He don't have to. 50 don't gotta fucking rap no more for money. He don't have to. Look at Ludacris. He's a full-blown movie star. He does not need to rap no more. He living off of them Fast and Furious movies. He can live off of that alone, let alone a little bit of voice acting here and there, because I think he did some voice acting also. A lot of the guys that we grew up with, you'll notice they're no longer in the business that they were in, because they graduated, they moved on, they grew as ingenue, like ingenue and all that shit. They're entrepreneurs. They started doing different things. Whereas Floyd, you're still in the same racket, but you didn't take over boxing and you didn't duplicate your own success. You didn't do that either. So when I see that Jay-Z is over here doing this and 50 is over there doing that and Nas is over here doing this and Luda is over there doing that, and just a lot of the guys that I grew up with, different guys that musicians, I should say, just people of the culture, they graduated to do a lot of other shit. Floyd didn't graduate to do no other shit. What the fuck is he doing? The same shit. Doing the same shit. Not even in the same scale either. Because Javante Davis don't have the success that he had. He don't. Jake Paul only fighter on show making them money. That's facts. That's fucking facts. It's the Harvard way for Al. Cover your ass with legal protection. Don't build anything and leave everyone else destitute and broke. Isn't that the case? Isn't that the case? Somebody asked me, what's the situation with Schaefer and Heyman? And look, the smartest thing you can say when someone asks you a question, if you don't know, just say you don't know. I said, I don't know. But I don't imagine that business was booming if Schaefer branched off to do his own thing. I don't imagine that things on PBC Island are cookie crunchy. I don't. Because he branched off and developed his own thing. And for what it's worth, they look like they're doing well. They just signed that guy, Tomlinson from the UK. They just signed that guy, that junior middleweight. They're signing guys. They're making deals. They have liaisons around the world, small promotional outfits around the world that form a large network, which is a large pool of talent. That's an asset. And this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? So I see that. And then I look over at the PBC and I'm like, yo, what do y'all really got for the next era, the next wave? We know the Top Rank got the Davis brothers. They got that Torres kid. They got Xander Zayas. They got Jared Anderson. They got the next wave. Like, we already know. They got it. What does PBC have for the next 10 years? What do they have? Ring. Let me see. Ring. I'm the unofficial relay accountant. Subs went up 100 since last week. So if you in the chat aren't subbed, what you waiting for, damn it? Appreciate that, Sophia. Appreciate that. Drew says, Floyd has access to all these other billionaire businessmen, but no capital to take advantage of their offers. Because any money he makes, Al gets a cut. And it's obvious Al has control of most of his money. Let's go a step further, Drew. What if Al either lost his money or stole it? What if Al, you know what kills me, Drew? These dudes, right? They like to act like they got their ear to the street and shit like that, right? They like to act like that, like they real like Gangstalicious, like Thugnificent and all of that. And I'm like, if you can't identify that Al Heyman is a shyster, stop with the Gangstalicious shit. That dude is a shyster. You can't see that? You can't see that a mile away that dude is a crook. If he stole Oscar's fighters, what the fuck makes you think he wouldn't steal Floyd's money or his fighters' money? What y'all thought? That he was the tooth fairy of boxing? He just here to look out for everybody? You better get the fuck out of here. You better get the fuck out of here. The same dude that stole a stable from under Oscar's nose. Y'all think that dude is trustworthy? Huh? Shit, I got a bridge I want to sell you. It's fucking wild out here, bro. Ring, what's your prediction for Kofi Race 2? I'll tell you what, bro. I predict that I ain't gonna watch that motherfucking shit. That's what I predict. Drew says, LOL, Al lost the money, but it went to him and the people at Waddle and Reed who dropped the suit. I'll expand more in the panel. Put the motherfucking link in the panel so we could talk about this shit. Take a little cigarette break, little cigarillo break, so I don't catch a cramp in my ass. And yeah, man, they really think that a guy that is capable of stealing an entire stable of fighters is trustworthy. Like, seriously, bro? First off, you're not supposed to trust nobody, period. That's the first. You're not supposed to trust nobody at all. But y'all gonna act like Al Heyman is this trustworthy fairy godmother prince box. Y'all motherfucking morons. Talk about that shit, Drew.
Talk about it, Jules. So basically, remember when Al got that hedge fund money?
Mm-hmm.
And then he did the time buys for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he got NBC like, nah, fuck that. We don't want your money no more. Who else was the Spike TV, all that bullshit. And then UFC left Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And he got, what did Al get for that deal with Fox, Jules? What was it, like 80, 90 million a year?
Something like that. It was like close to 100. That's what I remember. It was close to 100.
Close to 100 for 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say 400. If it would be another 400, that's over 800 million. In that time, Floyd had the Conor McGregor fight.
Mm-hmm.
So the money from Fox and the Conor McGregor fight went back into paying some of the hedge fund off.
Mm-hmm.
And Al is his brilliance of Al. I give Al credit as a shyster businessman because you have to be impartial when you're looking at that shit. Al got his money, from he got a salary from managing the money that Waddell and Reed gave him.
Mm-hmm.
He got a percentage of that, and then he gets a cut from the fighters, from their purses.
Well, look, this is
let me
put it to you. Let me put it to you like this, Drew. This is why I don't consider him a genius, because Al Heyman is what I like to think of as the smartest guy in a room full of idiots. When you're dealing with actual people, you often go back to this point that when the UFC was looking at the books, they didn't want to buy that bullshit. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
The actual people of industry, they know what time it is, and they see through him. You know what I mean? They see that like, yo, you really not that nice. It's just that you used to being the only smart guy in a room full of fucking morons. So you could pull a fast one on them. Like you could pull a fast one on your fighters. You could pull a fast one on quote unquote businessman Floyd. You could pull a fast one on him, but you can't do that to us.
And okay, I agree with you there, and I'll clarify. His brilliance is knowing how to do the legalities of it so he's not prosecutable.
Yeah, but that's because, see, this is the thing. That's because those guys is idiots. Look at Danny Jacobs, for example. Danny Jacobs, yo, if your mic is fucked up, fix that shit. Danny Jacobs jumped ship a long time ago because Danny Jacobs was smart enough to realize that, like, yo, dog, what the fuck am I doing over here? I could be getting mad money over there. And it really is that simple and that common sense. That it's like, yo, dog, Al Heyman is not a genius. He just games stupid ass motherfuckers.
It goes back, remember, Jules? It goes back to when he was fucking up HBO with Kerry Davis.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that? Was that 2009, 2010, or a little after?
I say around 2009, circa 2009.
Yeah, Kerry. Once Kerry Davis took over HBO Sports and brought in Al Heyman, that's when HBO started going down.
I mean, this is the other thing, right? You have all this money, right? And even if you don't know how to develop fighters, right? Because that's permissible. Not everybody's gonna have the eye that they have at Top Rank. I can actually forgive not being able to spot the talent, but you at least have enough money that these guys should have been marketed better. That you should have at least produced one guy that can hit 1 million pay-per-view buys, right?
You should have,
You
yes, one crossover star.
one. You haven't produced one without Tyson Fury. Remember what the first Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight did? It didn't do 1 million. It did 325,000. The second fight, that shit lost money. The third fight did less than the second fight. It's like for all the money that you were entrusted with, you are such a bozo that you could not produce one big marquee attraction because Spence ain't it. His numbers are down
And
from
that's
the his
that's
numbers
over.
are down since he debuted on pay
Al
per view.
Heyman had access to over $1 billion if we're talking about the hedge fund and the Fox money. And it's laughable, Jews, to know that, okay, what did these fighters get paid? So these fighters said, okay, take this money real quick. This is your $1 million. This is what the purse really was, and just give me that back, and we'll put it back in. And when I sell PBC, it's going to be triple what it's worth right now.
Exactly.
And they all bought into that bullshit. We're going to see a lot of broke fighters.
And listen,
American fighters.
Listen, by the time this shit is over, if it goes the way that it's looking, right, because it's looking bad, if it goes the way that it's looking, there ain't gonna be shit to sell, bro. What you gonna sell? A bunch of guys that ain't no good? What you gonna sell? The PBC brand? What is the PBC brand? What are the assets?
Now you're a
Has
smart
Al
man, Jules.
Heyman's behavior
smart man.
recently at all?
Does
Has
it
he
even
came
look
across-
like he wants to sell it, though? Does he just look like he wants to get away with all this money and say, fuck all y'all?
No, I mean, listen. One at a time. First, I'm gonna address Drew's thing. I get the sense how things are going. If I was in that way, then I would look to sell. If things were going that way for me. As far as Midwest, go ahead, Midwest.
Has Al's behavior at all recently in the last couple of years, has it all came across as he's been promoting or he's been viably involved whatsoever? I mean, you see Floyd somewhat, but I don't see as a whole that he's pushing his brand whatsoever. It doesn't appear to me that the guy's trying to even make a profit. So the whole Ponzi scheme idea seems correct to me.
Well, think about it this way, Drew. He exonerates himself of culpability and answering the hard questions by not making himself available. The less, in his mind, the less you know about him, the better. That tells me that he's someone that has something to hide, because every promoter talks to the media, from Frank Warren to Eddie Hearn to Mick Hennessy to Bob Arum, who jet sets all fucking year, flies to all different kind of fucking fights, and he's fucking 90 now.
Even
He's
Tom
90.
Brown. Tom Brown gave me 10 minutes at the fucking Ritz-Carlton during the Tank Week.
So if you see that every single promoter that is a promoter, from Kathy Duva to Lou DiBella to Frank Warren to Mick Hennessy, you see every promoter talks to the media and speaks to people, but this is the one guy that he does not make himself available at all. What does that tell you about that guy?
But Julius, remember, this guy is not a promoter. He's a financial advisor.
Of course. That's how he gets around the Ali Act. That's exactly how he gets around the Ali Act, because boxing, for us being in the 21st or 20 whatever century this is, right? Boxing is still the Wild West in terms of business. A lot of crazy shit that doesn't happen in other sports happens in boxing. He gets away, he circumvents the Muhammad Ali Act by a title. That's it. That's all it takes. Oh, well, I'm not a promoter, I'm an advisor. I advise all these guys while simultaneously brokering deals with a network. And you can't do shit about it because I'm an advisor. This is fucking lunacy.
You know what remembers? This remembers the Victor Conte situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, the pet's king is going to help you be a clean athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that lost millions of dollars, Al Heyman, lost supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna help you to make great money.
Well, you know what I think, Leo. I don't think he lost the money. I've always said this. He stole the money. I appreciate you, Tony Boswell. Appreciate
Exactly.
this.
Tell it, Jules.
Hold
Tell
on,
it,
hold on.
Jules.
Yeah.
Tell it.
Let me shout out Tony Boswell. Shout out to Tony Boswell. Appreciate the Cash App earlier, bro. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. I've always maintained that money that quote unquote got lost, there's no way you spent that amount of money on boxing. Where did you spend that amount of money on boxing? On free fights on NBC? Who did you give that much money to? What did you spend it on? The way I see it, he stole that money. Maybe it's in a Swiss account somewhere. Maybe it's divided in different accounts around the world, because that's a lot of fucking money. And you didn't
Yeah, it's
spend
tied
that
up.
much.
It's tied up in a lot of LLCs. You know what's funny, Jules? Even Floyd Mayweather's private jet is owned by the PBC.
Listen.
Yo,
Listen, hold
yo,
on.
Jew.
You telling me that Robert Guerrero, what are the operational costs of Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero? Like, what are the operational costs for a fight like that? What are the operational costs for Danny Garcia versus Rod Southall? What are the operations that you don't have that you spent all that money on? What?
About $20 and a
Jew.
bucket
No,
of popcorn.
listen. What I'm trying to say is, how do you know the Al Heyman don't want him to go bankrupt, so he don't have to pay back no money? I think he's ready for bankruptcy. Do you know what I mean? That's the thought out there.
And you know what? Lay? You absolutely right, because if he files chapter 14? Whatever it is,
I think it's chapter 11.
If he files chapter 11, he doesn't have to pay anybody anything, and he skates with the money that he stole. And that's it.
Yeah, the only people Al had to worry about recouping any money for was the people that lent him the money.
And based on Floyd's earnings, I'm pretty sure that if he had access to Floyd's money, he could take a sizable chunk of Floyd's money to cover what he owes. Whatever else they made after that, he pockets it, he skates into the sunset.
Yeah, from what Floyd had before that with the Pacquiao fight and then the McGregor
bro,
fight, he
by
could
all
easily
accounts,
cover most of the losses to like Waddell and
he
Reed.
pays all his fighters in drips and drabs, so he's still got all the money that he owes the fighters. He's left with everything, and he's running off the sunset, mate. Trust me.
All the money that he's been given. Remember how many networks he's bounced from? He went from NBC to Spike, still getting money from Showtime and Fox, right? All that money. It's like, yo, I'm looking at like, okay, you struck a deal with Fox. You have mediocre fights on pay-per-view that you should be able to put on regular Fox, because what the fuck do you have to pay Keith Thurman to fight Mario Barrios? What are the operational costs of a fight like that this is on pay-per-view?
Charles Martin, fucking Luis Ortiz.
What are the operational, the most you should be paying, and this is generous, the most you should be paying Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin for a fight like that, maybe you give Ortiz $1 million. Charles Martin, here's $700,000, bro.
I still think that's too much for that fight.
And that's generous. That's a $500,000 each. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's a $500,000, $350,000.
But they put it on pay-per-view, and you're like, okay, I can think of a few reasons why he would have put it on pay-per-view. For starters, your fiduciary duty. You guys told Luis Ortiz to turn down the Anthony Joshua fight. You told him to do that, right?
$7 million.
When you tell him to do that, unless you have something of equal value for him to do on your side of things, you have just violated your client's fiduciary duty. You violated that, because you telling him to take a smaller deal instead of taking a bigger deal. Why are you doing that?
And I'm gonna go back to when the sex smoking gun was.
Hold on, go ahead, Jay.
I mean, because like about that, you brought up an interesting point. Because you know how Gary Russell turned down the Josh Warrington offer. Like, do you think he was instructed to do that, or he did that himself?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Because we all keep getting on Gary for turning down the fight, but do you think that Al told him no, don't take that fight?
Now this is the thing. This is why I say that these guys are morons. Mm-hmm. Danny crossed the street. Artur Beterbiev. Most people don't remember that Artur Beterbiev was a PBC fighter, and he got his lawyers to get out of the Yvonne Michelle contract, because Yvonne Michelle Let me paint the picture for you. When Adonis Stevenson was still around, he was with Yvonne Michelle and the PBC. Yvonne Michelle of Jim, who did that card last night, they were doing a lot of business with the PBC at that time. Here today, they're in bed with Top Rank. They're not in bed with the PBC anymore. At that time, Artur was complaining that he wanted to fight more often. He wanted to fight more times a year. That's a part of why he wanted to get away from Yvonne Michelle. But eventually he did. He kept trying, and he got out of that. Danny Jacobs, he got away from the PBC. He hasn't looked back. He hasn't been back there since. All right? So it's not like you can't get away. It's just that you got guys, they're not that bright. They're dumb. They think they hustlers. You're not a hustler. You think you're a businessman. You're not a business. You're none of those things. You're not
your own boss.
You're not your own boss. You're not.
And I'm going to go back. Everybody remembers this. The smoking gun, when Al started moving a little bit different. Remember when Chavez Jr.'s dumbass posted a picture of his other bonus check, and other PBC fighters was like, oh, what do you mean you getting that money? Because Chavez Jr. fumbled the bag and let everybody know that Al's paying certain guys. He's not paying all of you. And based on who your manager is, it depends on your deal, what your deal with Al is.
Listen.
Remember that, Jules? Remember Chavez Jr.
Wait, listen.
Bro.
Hold on, wait, listen. Al Heyman knows what we know. Never mind Twitter and those broke ass idiots. Never mind YouTube and the YouTube channels that are here. Al knows what we know. There's only one real demographic that actually moves the needle in this country. And that's why Leo got more than Davis up front. And I bet you he got more than that. I'll bet you. Because why would Leo, what does Leo get out of fighting Davis? He could have said, hey, fuck Davis. I'm a champion. I'm going to go over here and get this money with them because I got a belt that I could unify. What incentive you giving me to fight him? His guarantee, no matter where I look, it's 1.5. Davis is guaranteed for that same fight, no matter where I look, it's 1. He got 500,000 on top of the mill. Why is that? I know why. It's because he moves bear in mind, I'm not saying that he's popular. I'm saying that Al Heyman is trying to do what he sees as trending. He sees, oh, all right, Canelo's Mexican. He's got the inside track on the Chicano fans, and he's the only guy that sells pay-per-views. So I want to make a guy like that for us. That's what he's trying to. I'm trying to make a guy like that for us. It didn't work out with Leo because Leo's boring as shit.
Yeah, Leo's just.
And Jules, wasn't that Chavez Canelo pay-per-view across the street?
Oh yeah. That was
right?
That was a Golden Boy promotion. Yeah, that was a Golden Boy promotion.
But wasn't Chavez with Aldo at the time too?
I don't know if he was with Al at the time. I don't, but I know that was a Golden Boy promotion. I know that. That was a Golden Boy card. That was not an Al Heyman PBC Showtime affiliated nothing. That was Golden Boy. All Golden Boy.
Could you expand on something right quick? You remember on the last live, like we were talking about Tank, right? And I said that he should leave. You said it was too late. But why? Like, why do you think it's too late that he can't do that? And also, like, just to further elaborate, like, I think because I see PBC as a sinking ship. It's only going to get worse from here on.
When I said it was too late, I mean the damage is done. That's what I mean. Leave now, right? Let's say he leaves now. He goes to Top Rank. He's gonna get beat over there. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna get beat over there. That's what's gonna happen. Now, if you go to Matchroom, hold on. Now, if you go to Matchroom, maybe they'll match you soft enough to keep you in the winner's bracket. But when they put you in the fights, yo, dog, you're gonna lose. I'm not like, look, a lot of people don't like Rick Glacier, for example, but he's telling the truth. When top-ranked fighters fight PBC fighters, more often than not, and it's noticeable, they fucking lose. All right.
But
yesterday was another example.
Didn't he turn down $7 million to fight Farmer? He turned down $7 million to fight Farmer. He ain't earned that since he's been there. Come on, bro.
All right, now, yesterday's fight was a prime example. All right, you have Marcus Brown. Could Marcus Brown have been groomed to be better than what he was? Oh, yes, of course. He had the talent. He had the pedigree. Never mind his character. I don't give a fuck about his character. I'm not God. I only care about his boxing. That's the extent of the conversation. Could Marcus Brown have been developed better? Yeah, he has some tools. But the way that they got their guys, yo, you setting them up for failure. They're gonna get in front of a real fighter that is here for a fight, and they're not gonna know what to do. They're not. You did the
We
same
saw
thing.
it. We saw it with Isaac Cruz.
You did the same thing with Adonis Stevenson. There
We
was a
saw it.
time.
Remember when Broner fought Ponce de Leon?
There was a time when Adonis Stevenson actually fought people. He gets around you guys because Yvonne Michelle wasn't always with the PBC. He gets around you guys, and the matchmaking for Adonis Stevenson just gets softer and softer and softer. And this goes on for years, all right? To the point to where you put him in front of Vosdick, Vosdick damn near killed him.
Didn't he not fight a mandatory for like 5 years?
Yeah, later Alvarez, he kept avoiding him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's right.
The thing is, in Top Rank and Matchroom, especially, they might have a system to protect some fighters in the scorecards, but in terms of the fights, there are few gimme fights, and and there are also fights that they are very competitive with guys that are very dangerous, especially in Top Rank.
So, yeah, Top Rank, they have the best matchmaking in the business in terms of developing a fighter. Like Jules was saying it a couple of relays ago. Like Berlanga's on the clock. He's not going to get no more soft touches.
No, I disagree. What you're saying, Top Rank are clever. They put their fighters with soft fighters. They don't put them in tough tests. They don't.
No, I said they move them along at the right time.
No. I disagree with that completely. Top Rank puts their guys in sink or swim situations on a regular basis. More than anyone.
Like who, Jew? Like who?
Didn't they match Vasil Lomachenko against Orlando Salido in his second pro fight? Did that turn out to be a soft touch?
But
Hold on, let me do it. Billy Joe Saunders fought Coceres, right? But Billy Joe Saunders was a 2-division champion. He's not a rookie. Now, they put that same Coceres in there with who? A prospect in Berlanga. And what happened? He got exposed. Top Rank is not going to protect you from what's out there. They want to know what you are, and they want you to deliver on a deadline. And if you can't, they'll cut you. The way they cut Elvis Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Hold on, wait. The way they cut because their whole thing is, yo, dog, you can either do it or you can't do it, but we are not going to match you soft. Jose Pedraza just renewed his Top Rank deal, right? Who'd they match him with? Jose fucking Ramirez. That's his first fight of the deal. Jose Ramirez. He's going to lose that fight, dog. So believe me when I tell you, at Top Rank, they're not going to play with you. They're not going to hold your hand. You need to know how to fight because we groom fighters. We do not groom rappers. We do not groom pop stars. We do not groom guys for Vlad TV. We groom fighters.
With that being said, then what happens? What do they do with Berlanga next? Obviously, they show that he's been exposed or he's chinny. What do? Do they try to squeeze more out of the guy? Because obviously he's a good draw. But what do they end up doing with him? What's their next move? Because Bob Arum, everybody else knows that, if he moves up in competition, very potentially he could get knocked out.
If he loses, he loses. Do you think Top Rank's going to go under because of one fucking fighter that
No,
loses
absolutely
a fight?
not. I'm saying, what do you feel like they'll do with him, though? Because I think they were grooming him to be a star.
All right.
Go ahead, Jules.
His management is going to try to pump the brakes. That's what they're going to do because of the Coceres fight. They're going to want to go backwards a little bit, and they're going to want time to work on the things that he's not good at, like cutting off the ring and protecting himself, the fact he doesn't have a big gas tank, the fact that he's too economic. You go out there, like Berlanga goes out there throwing singles, looking to hurt. I hate that shit, those guys that fight that way, that if they're looking to land a single shot and hurt you, but they don't really let their hands go in the in between time. You know what I mean? Like Artur, he's not just throwing one at a time to hurt you. No, he'll put three and four together. He'll mix it up like head body till something opens up, till something touches. You know what I mean? So what I feel they'll do with Berlanga is he's on borrowed time because Top Rank's not going to hold his hand. If you get exposed, you just get exposed. Remember, they were invested in Nonito Donaire, but they still put him in there with Rigo, didn't they?
Right.
They didn't protect him from Rigo. They put him in there.
And it's like this with Top Rank. If they're grooming you and you take an L, that changes your You're
That changes your
guaranteed.
pay scale. Yeah, that
Exactly. And with Berlanga, I was there at the Loma fight. They're not even checking for Berlanga. Berlanga's in a sink or swim fight again coming up next. They're not going to baby him. They got Xander Zayas they're grooming, who's really going to be the Puerto Rican star, who's really a pugilist that doesn't want to be a fucking rapper.
It's
so
that
Top
simple.
Rank, like Jules said, Top Rank's not waiting on one fighter.
Alexis said it best, and Alexis stresses this point all the time. Shout out to Alexis. Top Rank is bigger than any one fighter. If Loma loses, Top Rank doesn't go under. If Lopez loses, Top Rank doesn't go under. If Berlanga they got Keyshawn Davis, they got the future, they got Keyshawn and his brother, they got Torres, they got Jared Anderson. They're worried about fucking Berlanga. No, we're good. If he loses, we're good.
No, I don't deny. I don't think they're worried about Berlanga. My question more so is, what do you think they end up doing with a guy like that, who they have invested some time in? They started building shows around him. He started off lower on the cards, started moving him up. They saw he got exposed.
Well, I think they'll slow things down very briefly, but they will not protect him forever.
Sure.
Case in point, Isaac Dogbay is a guy that they were grooming.
Yeah, I remember.
But they put him in there. They put him in there with Navarrete. Regardless, like, yo, dog, like, you got to be able to fight. You got to be able to fight.
He lost that fight, and they brought him back down in the card.
They were
not
grooming.
Say a light touch, but they brought him down the spotlight.
They were grooming Elvis Rodriguez, the Dominican kid. The first loss he suffers, okay, you cut, bro. We can't use you. Well, what are we gonna do with you, bro? If you can't beat a Kenny Sims, what the fuck are we gonna do with you, bro?
Yeah,
you can't beat a Kenny Sims.
I think they'll give Berlanga like, okay, let's slow it down. Your first fight, 2022. Then right after that, it's like, okay, bro, this is it. They're not gonna let him ride 2022, getting what he's paid and not delivering.
They need guys. I think it was Alexis that made this point, and he's made a lot of very valid points when it comes to this particular subject. Any promotional outfit to where you might outgrow them the way that Oscar De La Hoya did, the way that Miguel Cotto did, the way that Manny Pacquiao did, and the way that Floyd Mayweather Jr. did, right? They outgrew Top Rank, and that's all well and good. But that doesn't make Top Rank a bad promotional outfit, because they're giving you the tools and giving you the brand to branch out on your own. Who the fuck at the PBC is branching out, bro? Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Errol, they still sucking on the Al Heyman teeth. If they leave, it's over. If they leave, it's over. It's all over.
Let me touch something real quick.
Drew, right?
Hold on. Wait. Now, South London hasn't gotten the chance to. Hold on, wait. South London hasn't gotten the chance to speak. Go ahead, South London.
Yo, thanks, man. Yeah. So back to that topic about Al Heyman and all that. Yeah, like back in the day, not even back in the day, the start of the Corona. Like I was really on that. Maybe some of these men should start earning with Hearn, because obviously, they're trying to branch out into America, and a lot of people there was a lot of pushback. No, he can't come over here and try to take over, blah blah blah. No, they're gonna fail. They're gonna fail. Then I think they announced that they're gonna start pushing the zone more in other countries because they got other territories. Mm-hmm. So then all these, I don't know, PBC fanboys, they're all celebrating. See, we told you their business will flop. We told you. And at the same time, this was all happening. PBC cut that show on, I think it's Inside PBC or whatever that was. Yeah, that got cut off. So when that got cut off, I was thinking, isn't that setting the alarm bells ringing to say something's wrong over there as well?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say this. Look, and I've been beating the drum when it comes to that, because that was a flag for me. They did not suspend the show, and I said this over a year ago. If you tell me they suspended Inside of the PBC, that's nothing. That just means, well, there's no boxing, so why the fuck would we do shoulder programming for boxing when there is no boxing? They cut it altogether. Like, nah, we don't need that shit, so get that shit the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Now, since then, we've seen Sean Porter do his own podcast. We even saw him on DAZN for a little bit. I liked it, right? You know, I like Sean Porter. But what I see is Fox realized very quickly that this shit is unstable because if you think about when they walked into the Fox deal, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't that long ago. And it's almost like they got hip. They're like, yo, we wanted to use Spence as the centerpiece for a series of pay-per-views, and we can't fucking do that because this guy got behind the wheel drunk. We can't
Do you
use
know?
him.
Do you know what's
Yeah,
mad?
and also like Jules, like you said, that was around the time that Big Fox was selling off to Disney,
Yeah.
and
You
Disney
think
opened the books, and everything changed, and Fox Sports was like, okay, we lost the UFC, maybe we could do something with PBC in the boxing, and they saw right away like, fuck, we should have never let UFC go.
This is what I mean. If you look at the Wilder pay-per-view, the second one, not the first, because the first, even though it drew less, it actually made money. The first one, the 325,000, that made money because the operational costs were low. The second fight lost money because the operational costs were high. That second pay-per-view was on Fox. That was a co-promotion between Fox and Top Rank and ESPN and Top Rank. And all you've done for Fox is lose them money. What have you done that made them money? Think about it. All the pay-per-views that were on Fox, which one made a lot of money? Which one? Chris Arreola versus Andy Ruiz? Pacquiao versus Ugas? Which one made money? If you backtrack and look, since you guys climbed into bed with Fox, you have underperformed and underperformed and underperformed. You expect Fox to give these guys what, 2 and 3 and 4 million? Like, dog, you know we could put Seinfeld reruns on at this time that won't cost us that much and get 1 million viewers. I mean, you do realize that. You understand that? We could literally sit here and play Cheers reruns and get this same kind of viewership, if not more. So what incentive is there for us as a network to release this kind of money to y'all? I'm supposed to give him $3 million to fight somebody with a pulse. Hey, you know what? Put him on pay-per-view, see if he can get the money that way. If he's a draw, he'll get it. If he don't, and it's not my fucking problem.
Do you know ultimately, I think they've done all of this to themselves. And the reason why I say that is because, okay, PBC wanted to do the PBC Island thing. Okay, cool. But you're still trying to cook all of these fights and let them slow cook for a long time. Meanwhile, you got 3 and 4 year deals with all these promotional companies. You're still not giving them the fights. You're still not fighting anyone from Matchroom. You're still not really fighting anyone from Top Rank. So you're basically killing your own company essentially. Yes. And all these other guys who are on your roster, because I heard a while ago that all of these men, the reason why they don't mind being inactive, the reason why they don't want to go to other promotional outfits is because they have some sort of share in the company. So they're like bosses almost, yeah, which would be higher than anyone on Matchroom or higher than anyone on Top Rank. But in my opinion, that's just a whole lot of bullshit.
That's a hoodwink.
Bang on, bruv. Bang on.
That's a hoodwink. That's a hoodwink. Like, that's probably what he tells them. You know what I mean? Because he's a shyster. Like, I'm telling you, like, yo, dog, he is a 2-bit shyster that's likely used the same line on every single one of those guys. Oh, you see what I did for Floyd? You see what I did for Floyd? When Deontay Wilder went to the DAZN meeting, and an anonymous source, who I think was John Skipper, if I'm being honest, because who the fuck else would have heard that? Who the fuck else would have been in the room when Al Heyman said that, right? But they said that when Wilder, Lou DiBella, and Al Heyman went to the DAZN meeting, what does Al Heyman, whose name does he lean in? He leans in on Wilder and tells him, oh, that's Floyd Mayweather camp money or whatever. Of course you're mentioning Floyd. You're still mentioning this fucking guy. That's the sales pitch. See what I did for Floyd, right? Bro, I'm going to tell you the truth. And a lot of motherfuckers ain't going to like this. Floyd is not rich because of Al. Floyd is rich because of Bob. Bob gave him the skill set, put him in the conditions to make him the fighter that he became. And the only reason Floyd is so successful is because of the fighter that he is. Not because of my smart investments, not because of fucking. It's not none of that. It's because you were a generational talent. That has more to do with Top Rank and how they groomed you than Al.
And then to tie that
grooming
back
no
all again,
fighters.
Jules, it's because of the same blueprint Bob gave to Oscar, and Oscar got too big for Top Rank, and then fucking Oscar gave Floyd the golden ticket. So it all goes back to Bob.
Yeah, like you can't, like it's like what people say about Ebony Bridges, who I'm a fan of, by the way, right? A lot of people like to shit on Ebony Bridges, right? But if that woman couldn't fight, Shannon would have knocked her out. Don't tell me the woman can't fight. If the woman can't fight, then she goes in there, she gets knocked out. There has to be a base. There has to be substance. So when you look at Floyd is extremely successful, but could you be that successful at that level if you can't fight? Oh, you need the skills. Okay, who got you the skills? Top Rank. They didn't
How long
match
were you
you
with
like
them? 10 years?
They didn't. Oh, a while, and
A while.
they didn't match. Hold on. They didn't match you like a bitch. Now PBC matches they fighters like a bunch of bitches. They not trying to put them in no shit. They don't want to know what they really are. They want to keep them safe and sound and out of trouble, right? But Top Rank didn't match Floyd like no bitch. Oh, 17-0, Gennaro Hernandez. 17-0. Gennaro was 38-1. You ain't getting matched like no bitch. Do you see guys at PBC getting matched like that? No. You got a motherfucker that's 27 years old. They still want to feed him applesauce.
The funniest shit though, Jules, all y'all the panel is when Al Heyman's doing this, like the fighters be like, well, damn, he robbed Oscar and fucking had no sympathy for it. But Al Heyman's like, man, we brothers, man. I wouldn't do a brother like that.
No, but I'm gonna put it another way. That's how motherfuckers get got. Stupid motherfuckers see, like, look, I'm not a stupid motherfucker. The only color that matters is green. That's it. There's no loyalty. What is this loyalty shit? Loyalty where? In the street? What street? Not mine. The fuck are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? The only color that matters is green. Al Heyman know that, but a lot of other dumb motherfuckers don't. The only color that matters is green. Get that in your head. If Al Heyman don't got no issue stealing a whole fucking stable of fighters, what the fuck makes you think he got an issue stealing from you? You gotta be a 7-layer rube to think that, oh nah, I wouldn't do that. He looking out. You a dickhead.
Obviously, Jules, they didn't listen to the Andy Lee version of you today where he says, be smart, don't be a retard.
Real shit. Shout out to Malachi. Malachi is in the building, goddammit. Talk about it.
What's up, fam? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Talk about it, Malachi.
Hey, you know I'm a big supporter of yours, brother, man. Listen, man, I don't want to be long, but bruh, it amazes me, Jules, because you've been on it for a minute, and they attack people like you. You've been going through this for a long time before I even got started. And the House of Cards is unfolding, and this PBC stuff that's going on, bro. It amazes me that some of the same, not gonna say any names, but some of the same people, the same channels that were criticizing people like yourself for a long time, and then me when I came on the scene, is now the reality is setting in.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Malachi.
We got coach in the building. We got coach in the building.
Let me say this, Malachi. See, this is always the angle that I've approached it from. I want a healthy sport. Now, why do I want a healthier sport of boxing? Because if the sport is healthy, I make more money. You see what I mean? If the sport is healthy, me, you, and every other content creator makes more money. But when the sport is not healthy, everything is a niche. Like, oh, well, I'm a matchroom niche, I guess, right? That's what they tell themselves. Oh, he's a Eddie Hearn shill, and he's a Top Rank shill. Like, no, I'm not a shill for nobody. I'm what's good for business. That's what I'm for. And when the sport is healthy, it's good for me. It's good for Malachi. It's good for every content creator. It's good for the fighters. It's good for the fans. It's good for all of us. But when the sport is not healthy, well, that's not good for everybody. No, that's not good. You think it's good that in America all these fucking fights are behind a paywall? That means the sport will shrink, and then there's gonna be less money for all of us. These motherfuckers don't think, you know why? And I ain't gonna say a lot, but it's because they never done shit before. That's why they don't got the brain for that. Like, yo, you never did nothing before, have you? That you actually trust Al Heyman? He stole a whole stable of fighters. What the fuck makes you think he wouldn't steal from you?
I mean, Jules, let me ask you a question. I mean, just a quick question. What made all of these different people jump on the Al Heyman PBC bandwagon so hard to the point to where they, I don't know, I guess attacked anyone who did not go along with the narrative of this mystique of Al Heyman, the invisible guy that doesn't do interviews, no one sees, we don't know what his voice sounds like. You know, where did that come from?
I'm gonna say this. They use something which I have always found underhanded, and I talked about it in a video I did about Aki TV. You know that the political and racial climate in America is very unstable. So they used issues that hit close to home that they know are going to strike a chord with people, and they use those issues against people. Kind of like how Al Sharpton was a government CI, but he tried to front like he for the people, went like, yo, dog, you working with the feds, bro. You was working with the feds.
Yeah.
Cut this shit.
Thanks.
So here, what we see is they used issues and tribalism and things that sound familiar, feel familiar, to turn over a profit by galvanizing people, making them think that this is about something that it's not. This is not about me versus you, us versus them. All it is a thief who steals a lot of money. It's that simple. That's all it is. If you see a guy come into the American boxing scene and he wants to put on pay-per-views 2 times every fucking month, that's not good for me. That's not good for you. That's not good for boxing. Like, bro, you think I gotta pay $80 for your regular ass fucking fights? You wildin'. The fuck I'm gonna defend you for? You ain't putting no money in my pocket. Now I know, or at least I suspect, that some of these channels have been receiving money to run spin. I'm fairly confident that at least 3 of these channels have received financial compensation to run interference as media outlets for the PBC. You know what I mean? Like silent partners almost. Like they're giving some of these guys money. But essentially the way that they galvanize the people, the boxing fans, right, to be all defensive about Al Heyman, is they tried to make them think that Al Heyman represent them. Well, no, he don't. I didn't go to fucking Harvard. How could he represent me? I didn't go to Harvard. I ain't rich. At least I wasn't. You know what I mean? I ain't rich.
Right.
They took the attitude of almost, I mean, Al Heyman has a background in music, right? And if you know anything about music, he's gonna build up certain people. He'll build up somebody like Wilder, for example, like Tank Davis. It's like artists do. You'll have when you have a roster of artists, most of those artists are losing money for the brand or for the label. So you'll have those 2 or 3, like, you know, the Deontay Wilder, you'll have the Tank Davis that are going to make the money. So what happens, they sign these guys, you know, they make the promises like you say, and it's a shield. As soon as they become unuseful for them, they'll get rid of them or they won't give them exposure. And you're absolutely correct. They will pay people to be a voice outside the PBC, outside of television. They want the people who are going to speak directly, and through the narrative, the way they can do that is going to be like YouTube and Twitter.
Now,
And
I'm gonna
what's
say,
it goes back. Y'all remember this?
Malachi. Let me say this to Malachi. A long time ago, because I haven't been on YouTube that long making videos. I mean, like I really haven't. It's only been about maybe I'll say 4 or 5 years that I was really like making videos. I was in the Facebook groups more, right? And
Okay.
and somebody told me something that I didn't realize at the time, and this was like 5 years ago. The dude said Al Heyman represent us. I didn't know how to interpret that because I was new to like Facebook boxing groups and shit like that. And I didn't know, like, what are you doing? Like, I literally didn't understand, like, what are you, because boxing fans ain't like, bro, I'm a Roy Jones Jr. fan. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. And I'm a Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. The dude was like, yo, Al Heyman is for us. And I didn't know how to interpret that statement. It wasn't until I started getting on YouTube and talking to people and seeing, yo, what is it that people are talking about, that I realized what the jux is. The jux is using tribalism the way that they used it for the Jerry Cooney Larry Holmes fight. You know, that they did that on purpose. That all of that was on purpose. Like Jerry Cooney, Jerry Cooney didn't fucking hate Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes didn't hate Jerry Cooney, but they made it about that shit to sell the fight. So I see that that's the jokes that Al Heyman is running with these guys. They're like, oh, Bob Arum is bad. Bob Arum is evil. True story. Bob Arum saved Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s life from Jay Prince. So let's just cut the fucking crap. If he wouldn't have pulled out that checkbook, what you think Jay Prince's goons would have did to Floyd for trying to skip out on that? Floyd owed Jay Prince a fight. He tried to get out of the fight so he could get out of paying Jay Prince. Jay Prince sent his goons over to the Mayweather gym. They beat the shit out of everybody, Leonard Ellerbe included. Who gets their checkbook out to get Floyd out of that jam? Bob Arum.
Bob Arum.
Bob Arum is evil.
Hey, Jules, this is the thing. You know, because I have people in the chat, you know, on my show. Yeah, Bob robbed a whole bunch of fighters. I say, name one. Give me one fighter he robbed. They can never say anything. I say, they tell me the names. I say, send me a video with Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, and another fighter they said that Bob supposed to allegedly rob. Show me where any one of them saying on record that Bob ever robbed them.
It was Mikey Garcia, coach. I remember that show.
Mikey Garcia. There's none. It's zero.
And to go even further, Bob Arum, every time a fighter sued him for that shit, Bob Arum is always won in court.
Now, I'm going to say this because I'm not going to paint the picture that Bob Arum is a saint or an angel. You can't be in this business for 50 years and you didn't do no grimy shit. That's just not how life works. But what I am saying is business, right? Bob is in the business of selling fights and selling fighters. That's what he's in the business of, right? And I'm sure he got mob ties. I'm 100% sure of that. When you got Bette Midler wishing you a happy birthday, I don't know. That just says a lot to me.
Yeah, for real.
Now, Al is a music guy, which means your hustle is a bubblegum hustle. You selling gimmicks because the music industry, if you're familiar with it, it's all gimmicks, man. It's all gimmicks. Like Jewel used to be a bluegrass singer, but they saw she kind of pretty. She got some titties and she got a little voice. Let's turn her into a pop star. And that's what they did. In doing that, they ruined her fan base. They stopped fucking with her. The music industry is all gimmicks. And what do you notice that is consistent with PBC fighters? Gimmicks. How the fuck is Keith Thurman one time when he hasn't knocked nobody out in years? How is Errol man down and he hasn't gotten a man down in years? Like, really? Like, you ain't keep him down?
2018. You know what I mean? 2018. Yeah. He had a knockout.
The funniest shit, y'all, I want to tell y'all about Al Heyman, though, like Jules and Coach, when you saying, like, how do these fighters not know? Go back to Al's music career. When Hammer went broke, Al Heyman was tied in with him. Beyonce sued him. And it's the funniest. Everywhere he goes, he leaves a trail of wreckage.
Because he's like Ryan Kavanaugh. And I seen Ryan Kavanaugh coming a mile away. I take pride in that, by the way. I seen Ryan Kavanaugh and Triller coming a mile away. Like, hold the fuck up. Who are these people that have all this money and all these means? And I've never heard of them in any capacity. I've never heard of them. I do my research on Ryan Kavanaugh. And I see, oh, you a shyster. You just a shyster. And I caught this Triller shit. Like, Drew knows. He seen the video. I caught this shit already. Like, yo, dog, that shit gonna flop. I'll be surprised if they stay in boxing after this year. They gonna flop because that dude is a scam artist. He ain't got no motherfucking money. Fuck out of here with that shit. With Al, it's a little bit more intricate. But basically, what he's doing is he's accustomed to being the smartest man in the room, in a room full of idiots. Because the big names and they don't fuck with him. Who fucks with him? Who?
No, he got out of music once, like Beyonce married Jay-Z.
Out of music. I'm talking about why does Dana go to buy the PBC and don't buy it if you rock it? Why he didn't buy it? Why is Fox cutting the budget? Why did you have to leave NBC if you were doing well? Why did you have to leave Spike if you were doing well? None of it makes sense. You ain't gonna bounce around that much if the grass is green on your side.
Drew, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. He's going to claim bankruptcy. Trust me.
No. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that because that's the best way to get out of paying what you owe. Maybe he still owes, or maybe he took a sizable portion of the budgets he's been given, coupled with some of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s money to pay off that Waddle and Reed debt. I don't know. That's the mystery. But that he could file bankruptcy and exonerate himself of all of this, oh yeah, that's a given. Of course he could do that.
Yeah. If you wonder how Al Heyman can fuck with all these guys. Look at you can fuck with everyone. Look at Jermar Charlo compared with Daniel Jacobs. Look at those men's dispositions.
Mm-hmm.
Danny
Mm-hmm.
Jacobs looks like a grown-ass man.
Mm-hmm.
Jermar Charlo it's like a child. It's like
Well,
a 20, 21 child.
Danny Jacobs is the example that I always use of how he's used to being the smartest guy in a room full of idiots. Danny's not dumb. The fuck am I going to stay here for? I ain't going to get no Canelo fight over here. I ain't going to get none of that over here because y'all don't got that.
Wasn't Amir Khan with out for a bit too, Jules?
For a pinch, and then he left.
Yeah, he left after for the Canelo fight. Yeah.
Remember, listen, Amir Khan, hold on, wait. Amir Khan, say what people say about Amir Khan's chin. You can't say nothing about that man's brains. Look at how much fucking money he got past his prime. $7 million for Billy Dibb? That's ridiculous.
And now this payday with Brooke? Sell out in 10 fucking minutes?
Top Rank paid him $5 million to fight Terrence Crawford. At the time, he had a 3-fight deal with Matchroom. He got 2 fights out of that shit, made a couple of M's, then went to Top Rank, made 5, then went to fight Billy Dibb in the Middle East, made 7. Now he about to make more fucking money with this fucking Brook fight. Khan is not dumb. And what I see is that Al could game the guys that's dumb. You used to being the smartest guy in a room full of dummies. But the guys that actually have brains, they do their own thing, because why wouldn't I? I'm trying to go into business for myself. I'm not trying to just stay a commodity for you.
And Jules, correct me if I'm wrong, guys like Chavez Jr., Amir Khan, Danny Jacobs.
Chavez is an idiot.
Well, no, I'm saying in terms of like having if you have a manager and you fuck with Al, it's different. Because I know Amir Khan had a manager. Mm-hmm. Chavez Jr. had a manager. Mm-hmm. Danny Jacobs had outside representation, not just he didn't keep everything in house with Al like these other fighters do.
Mm-hmm.
But Al's people are getting paid on a weekly salary. Who gets paid on a weekly salary when you're on millions? Come on, bro. Who?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. Now Broner is on the verge of letting the whole cat out of the whole bag. He keep taking to social media because he got something on his chest that he want to get off. That text message that he posted on Instagram, that shit told me everything I needed to know about the bread. That shit told me everything I need. And when I see Centennial co-sign the shit saying, yo, that's why I left, that told me everything I needed to know.
Exactly. That told
Errol
me
said
that
the
Manny
same
Pacquiao
thing
money
years
went
ago.
back into PBC.
Errol said years ago that he was getting statements from Al.
And how much money, Jules, coach, did they turn down from the Zone money to the Rock Nation money? All because Broner would all hit close to 100 million if he would have took both those deals throughout his whole career.
Floyd did an interview. Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. himself did an interview where he said, I would rather get paid a stipend, increments, than get a full thing of money. You know what that told me? You're on a stipend. I don't know if it's a
all these guys
stipend.
are like fucking kids.
It's funny how Floyd let that out without even realizing it too.
The man children, that's what they are.
It's not. Look. This is the other thing. I don't knock nobody for not being book smart or law smart or none of that. I don't knock, because a fighter can be taken advantage of. The life of a fighter, you may be fighting from, I don't know, age 7 to the time you a grown man. And unless you just fortunate enough to pick up other skills and know other things, you're not going to know. I'm not knocking those guys for not knowing, but I am knocking this idea that, they their own boss. No, they're not. No, they're not. That's bullshit. And all of that is bullshit. They're being controlled by a guy who's used to being the smartest guy in a room full of dummies. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The 2-bit hustle.
The thing about investment.
That's facts, Jules. That's the reason why they say call Al. And I tell, anytime you have to call somebody, the boss does not have to call somebody. If you say call Al, that means Al is the boss. You're not sending, you're not sending any contracts to Crawford. Well, Errol said 60-40. No. Al Heyman is the one that makes the decisions. So I don't want to hear anything about Errol did this, said that, Wilder said this, did. It sounds good. It sounds good. I understand. It sounds good. But the reality of the situation is, you know, Al
Look,
Heyman's that guy.
And
These
and
guys
that's
are
why
getting
Floyd
their
got
ass
so
whooped.
mad at Jake
Okay.
Paul for saying, "Do you want me to call Al?"
now look,
Okay,
Bernard Hopkins. Hold on, wait. Bernard Hopkins, Larry Merchant, one of my favorite sound bites in boxing because that showed you Bernard is the boss. The way he was talking and carrying himself like Larry Merchant. Well, people don't want to see that. Hey, I'm getting paid anyway, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you. It's his whole demeanor and his whole air told you, yo, I'm in charge, dog, and this is my mandatory, and I'm gonna fight him and take care of his ass, and I'm gonna get paid, and it's that simple. That is not the air you get from a PBC fighter. You ask a PBC fighter a question, oh, you gotta call Al. Why I gotta call Al if you the boss? What portion of this, Mr. Boss Man, like Devin Haney, is more of a boss than Jermall Charlo? Yes, he has a promoter license. Yeah, he has that. He not just getting purse money. You think he
Charlo
just getting
can't pay for breakfast, bro.
when you ever heard of Devin Haney skipping out on a tab or owing somebody some bread?
Needs
You don't
a
have
BLT.
debit cards are not declined.
Devin Haney's jewelry is paid in full.
He just bought some shit the other day. I seen it on Instagram. What we hear about Javante? $200,000 bounce check. $4,000, $40,000 at the car dealership. What you hear about Jamal? Yo, this dude literally could not pay the tab at a restaurant. Dog, I could walk in a restaurant right now and pay the tab, and I ain't no multimillionaire. So how the fuck you can't do that? Something ain't right.
Because somebody's controlling your money. Someone's calling the shots. It's not you.
Something ain't right. Bro, listen.
They're not
Brona,
getting paid. They're not getting paid.
And Mickey
Brona,
Bay
They're not
exposed
getting
all of
paid.
it.
Brona fought Manny Pacquiao not that long ago to where you should be broke. Bro, the fucking pay-per-view did damn near 400,000. You can't be broke. But Sinicio, I gotta watch this shit. Let's get this shit, Sinicio. Somebody sing a song. Matter of fact, let me read a super chat. Allegedly, Floyd fought tension as a way for Mayweather promos to make inroads into Japan and get his guys fights over there. Nothing came of it. That's a cover story, bro. That's a cover story. I've never believed that. Who the fuck is he gonna have fighting in Japan? Who? We as boxing fans need to push back and start refusing to pay these garbage ass pay-per-views. I already started. I'm a degenerate, but I'm done buying these trash ass pay-per-views. Yeah, I'm a degenerate too, but I don't buy them shits.
Hey Jay, can you speak a little bit about this opponent? She looked like she's 9-0, but on the wrong side of 30. She's 36, 37, 38. Do you have any info on this girl that she's fighting?
I tried to look her up because I see she has an unbeaten record, and I see that most of the girls that she's fought are pedestrian level girls. That tells me that she might have some ability, but at what level? This is a huge step up for her.
Step up, yeah.
She's never fought nobody like this. So it's like maybe she's decent, but her opponents are not.
She had to start fighting late too, because if you got a girl who's 37, 38, 39 and with 9 fights, this is something she had to probably pick up in the last 4 or 5 years.
She's coming out fast and furious. I'll give her that much. She's not afraid of Sinicia. She's not afraid of her power because they're trading punches in the pocket. But Sinicia's getting the better of it.
Her head movement is on point.
I don't know.
She's backing up Sinicia a little bit.
Santiso is giving it that work.
Yeah, well, now she is. She got Sinicia on the ropes. Don't look past anybody, Sinicia. No banana skins tonight. You got
Darren Williams just knocked the fuck out of Frank Gore.
You watching that shit?
She did he?
No, I saw. I searched it on Twitter. Knocked him through the ropes.
Drew, could I ask you a question?
I'll tag you in it real quick.
Serrano and Katie Taylor meets up. Who do you think wins?
It depends. I gotta see what happens tonight. At least I gotta catch the highlights.
Don't be on the fence, no, bro.
No. I'm not on the fence. Hold on. I'm not on the fence. If she can knock out Gutierrez, then that's encouraging. You know what I mean? But if she can't knock out Gutierrez, what you have to ask yourself is, if you can't knock out a stationary target, how you gonna knock out a moving target? You can't knock out a stationary target. Now, her last fight.
I think Katie's past the best. She's past the best.
Even if it's not that, it's that even if she is, right? Let's say Katie's not as fast as she used to be. Her feet are not as fast as she used to be. Katie's not these girls. She knows how to clinch. She know how to survive. She survived Delphine Pursoon. Most girls don't survive Delphine Pursoon, but she did. She has survival instincts. So I'm saying Gutierrez is not a moving target. She shouldn't be hard for you to find. If she can take the power and you don't stop her, I don't think you're gonna beat Katie. Not if you can't stop her. You don't stand much of a. You don't stand much of a.
So you're saying Katie, are you, bruv?
Like I said, I gotta wait to see what happens. Boxing is
like with me.
Boxing,
I think Katie's past her best, bruv. And that's what I think. Otherwise, if this was 2 years ago, Katie would have had her life. But I think right now, I think Serrano got a chance.
All right, now Sinisia's getting off. This girl's swinging wild in a motherfucker.
Ooh, this is a slobber knocker, fellas.
It's a slobber knocker. This girl came to fight. I give her that.
She did. She got prop issues. She got. Well, I was about to say that might be. You know what I mean.
Came to fight.
What? Your fight started already? I'm way behind you lot. Fight started.
Mm-hmm.
I've not even got into the ring yet.
She's fighting in good pockets. She's engaging and then she's clinching and coming back.
I'm well behind.
Yeah, but Sinisia's getting off. She's breaking through the guard.
No, without a doubt. But I mean, at least there's a rhythm to what she's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice uppercut.
Working the body too. I like that she's mixing in body shots into the combination. There's always a nice little body shot in there that she gets in there. Get this girl to calm the fuck down.
If you're in the late second round, you know, she's been controlling at least the back half of this round.
Mm-hmm. Love the little body shots in the combination. They swinging wild, but they swinging wild. It's a fight. Don't look past nobody, Sinicia. Don't look past nobody. Got to unify next year, goddammit.
Sinicia, like, where the hell y'all get her from? Shit.
Hey, she can fight, man.
She's got a decent level skill set. She looked better than some people in the ring for sure.
No, I'm gonna say this. It's a reason Marlen's fight was so high up on the card, and why Sinicia's fight is closer to the main event, because they're gonna put her in there with somebody that, like, yo, I'm here to fight, yo. I ain't here for you to just beat the shit out of me now.
Didn't Katie Taylor beat this woman? Katie Taylor beat this woman, innit?
No, dog. This is fucking like flyweight,
This is
dog.
a different weight class, dude.
Yeah.
I thought Katie Taylor fought this same woman.
This woman is unbeaten, dog. Like, this woman never lost the fight.
Like a 25, 30-pound difference.
So what's Katie Taylor? One what? One more?
135. 135.
Lightweight.
Okay, I respect that.
Work the body. Don't get wild. Just work the body.
Ooh, a good counter. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, shit. Oh!
She was open for that.
Oh! And this why you got to put Sinicia.
Okay, super bad.
Mm-hmm. They call it super bad for a reason, y'all.
What? It's a fight over or something? I'm way behind you lot. Way behind.
Oh, she's pouring it on now. This is why she got that slap. She's a bad motherfucker.
Ooh. Another right. She's like, okay, you want to fight? Okay, come on, bring it.
You want to trade?
You want this shit? Let's go.
Not a lot of defense in round 3 appears.
She wants to go for the kill, but this girl still got a little bit of life in her.
This shit ain't strategy no more. It's toe to toe right now.
Oh, go to the body, Sinicia. Go to the body. It's there. Go to the body.
That's it.
Woo!
Ooh.
Don't punch yourself out.
Look at that piece.
Damn. Oh,
Don't
man.
punch yourself out. Save
Look
something.
at that.
Oh! Stop that fight.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh!
Stop the fight!
Oh!
She's
Oh,
getting
my
her.
God.
Oh,
Yo, she decked the shit out of her bitch. She
dog.
decked the
She
shit
can't
out
even.
of her.
No, stop that fight, bro. Look at her in the corner.
Yo, dog, it's a wrap, dog. Like it's over.
Oh.
Yo, he really go. Yo, he just don't
She
like
out on the feet.
Santizo.
She out on the feet, man.
I can never understand why anybody says they don't like watching women boxing. It is
That, man, listen.
so engaging.
Yeah, like dog, I don't listen to motherfucker. A fight's a fight, dog. If it's two bitches, pardon me. If it's two girls fighting down the block, I'm going. I'm gonna watch. I don't give a shit. I'm good.
You
That's
said it
the
was
way.
stupid.
Nah, cause real shit.
Let's
Like
see
that's
that
the way.
review.
No, cause motherfuckers kill me. Like if I'm on the block and they fight, I don't care if it's. I don't care. It could be two cats. I'm gonna watch.
Hey, that damn Jules.
Every single time I watch girls fight, it's like they're fighting over a man. I'm not kidding. They toe to toe every time.
Like, imagine me not going to see the shit. Like, yo, they fighting over there. I bet. Who is it? Is it two girls? Like, man, what you? Huh? Who fighting? All right, let's go over there. Go and look at that shit. Maybe a titty will pop out. I'm just playing. But still. You ever heard like if you want to block and it's you outside or you outside?
2021. You can't talk like that. It's 2021.
Oh, shit.
What's the matter with
looking at her, y'all. Got to looking at her.
Hey, she trying to come
good.
out here. She
She
trying to
good, let
come
her
out. Hard
No,
and
she looks
fast.
fine. She looks fine.
She looks okay. She
Let
has
her
her
go.
legs. She got her legs. She got her legs.
More careful.
I think he's trying to time something big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me say this. Sinicia is definitely winning this fight, but she has been caught with
She's been caught
some
with
really
some
good
shots.
punch.
She's been
Really
caught with
good
some
shots. I don't think this girl packs a lot of punch to hurt Sinicia, but
the counter punching is on point.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, fuck it. Katie Taylor beats her up, bro. I'm telling you no. Katie Taylor beats her up.
She's got 40 pounds on her, so she better.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so.
Who y'all got in the Amanda Serrano fight?
I'm picking Serrano on points because I don't know if she can knock Miriam out. Let's see. Miriam is naturally bigger. She's not a little woman. And I don't know that Amanda Serrano's power is really going to carry to that weight. But let's see. If she can knock her out, then that's encouraging for the Taylor fight. If she can't, that's not encouraging because Miriam ain't got feet. Miriam ain't fast. Miriam don't hit that hard. If you can't knock her out, fat chance of knocking Katie out.
She just went to business with Mercado.
That's
so
what I said.
She stopped her.
I don't think Amanda's as fast as Katie.
Oh,
Katie's
yeah.
speed.
Oh, shit.
36.
Whoa!
Speed.
That was a right hand on deck.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Woo!
Oh, you did the right thing. Yeah. That's it. She's had enough.
Sinicia,
She's had
man.
enough. Yeah, okay. Good. Oh.
Fucking Sinicia. That's Joe right there in the corner. Shout out to Joe Estrada. That's Joe.
Hey, what round that? What round that was?
I think that was round 4. I think
Four,
that was round
yeah.
4.
Fourth round. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Joe Estrada. That's her dad right there with the white tee. Cool as shit, man.
Man, that
Shout
girl
out to
beast,
Joe.
man.
Shout out to
Fourth
Coach. He's
round.
got Rick Glacier on the show on Monday.
Ow! That was a good ass fight.
Rick
man.
Glacier's that dude, bro. He's a
That chick had guts,
he's
man. Robert
the
Parker,
grandpa
man.
of
She had
boxing
guts.
Twitter.
My
Coach about to
picks
piss
only
off
are me
everybody on
round
Monday
one.
with
I'm
that
on
show.
round 1 now. From the UK, I'm on round 1 now.
Oh, there go my man Roberto Diaz. Love that guy. The Zone,
He's a real
Joe
one.
Markowski, give Roberto more money. You want the inside track on America? That's your man. Give him more
Don't
money.
fuck with
Him and
Oscar.
Eric Gomez. Tough girl Santizo, but they don't call Sinicia super bad for nothing.
She was a tough cookie, though. She tried. She did her best.
Man,
Bro,
she not-
watching this girl fight now tonight, I think she does Katie Taylor. And I'll be honest, and before this fight, I wasn't thinking that. But I think this girl does Katie.
Yeah, I can see it. Probably
I think
early stoppage.
Katie Taylor lives in your brain.
Yeah.
In your
Early
dreams.
stop. No, I agree with dude. He's on to something. I mean, early stoppage for stop Katie early. I see his point.
Yo, they're really putting Thurman versus Barrios on pay-per-view, bro. That shit is crazy.
Bro, who the fuck is gonna buy that shit, dog?
Yo, them tank numbers
Well,
still have not.
Technically, I'm buying it because I'm thinking about streaming it. If I stream it, I'm paying for my internet service. So that I guess that kind
Yo,
of
yo, Drew.
What?
Yo, B, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, you see it? Look at all that.
Yo, why he screaming like that, yo?
He is in the
Oh,
meme
shit,
Hall
yo.
of Fame now.
Yo, Serrano's got Gutierrez in trouble in the first round.
Oh shit, really?
Yep.
That's
In
encouraging.
the corner, piling on the pressure. Oh shit, yeah. Hold on. I got her against the ropes, unloading off shots. Gutierrez holding for dear life. Ooh, body shot, uppercuts. Damn. Serrano whooping her ass. No, she ain't out. She on her feet. She on her feet still. Oh, another shot against the ropes again. Trying to survive. She's throwing. She's fighting back, but it's not looking good. They're going toe to toe right now in the middle of the ring. Back in. Oh, geez. Oh. Okay, so I'm loading combinations on her in the ring in the corner. All right, she gets the ropes. Oh, body shot by Serrano. Body shot by Gutierrez. Okay, I'm loading on her again. 9 more seconds to the round ends. It's about to end. They hold now in the clinch.
She gets it, if she can get her out of there, that's encouraging.
Okay, based on this, I don't see this fight going the distance. Based on that, what I just saw, like just in the first round alone.
She just beat the shit out of her the whole first round.
I just caught like the last 30 seconds. I mean, but Serrano was whooping her ass in the last like 30 seconds. What I just described, yeah. So
that's why they call her super bad, because she'll fuck you up real fast.
Gutierrez only has 5. She's got 14 wins, 1 loss, but only 5 KOs. So
hey, Jules, in the panel.
She only got 1 loss. That's it.
In the panel, can y'all? If Zurdo looks good, I don't see anybody at 175 beating Beterbiev. Bivol, Zurdo.
Nah, I see. No, wait. I see. I've always looked. Hold on, wait. I've maintained this. I've maintained this for years. Bivol beats him, bro. Bivol beats him because Bivol can fight
too hard, bro.
Bivol will make the fight slow and boring the way that it needs to be to win on points.
How old is Bivol?
Skills.
Bivol's only like 31.
He's 31.
And Ring, you made a good point. Like Bivol, he don't care if it's boring. He's happy to win on points.
Jab and move. Jab and move.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right though.
Listen. Wait a minute. Look at Lerone Richards and Carlos Gongora today. We know Carlos could punch, but Richards is mature enough. No, I'm gonna be boring, bro. Fuck that shit. Jab.
Jab. And didn't Callum Smith drop it? Callum Smith dropped it.
Serrano pacing her up again, y'all. Gutierrez don't look good.
Callum Smith showed you the blueprint, bro.
Combinations. Body shot.
Gutierrez clearly doesn't.
Man, Callum Smith ain't touching Artur. Get the fuck out of here.
No, when they had a fight, he had a fight with Berbatov already. He had a fight with him.
I thought he was
Callum Smith was the first man to drop it. And Callum ain't nothing.
He about to fight Joe Smith.
Callum Johnson can punch.
Joe Smith is
he dropped better be, but hurt his ass real bad.
Callum Johnson.
He didn't press. When he had him, he didn't press. Callum didn't press.
Like Joel said, I like that Callum Smith's up there with Buddy McGirt though now.
Yeah, I like
people
that.
People shitting on Artur for getting dropped by Johnson. I'm like, yo, most motherfuckers get dropped by him. He hits him with that same shit.
Hey, bro, but Jeff Page too.
Oh yeah. Now Jeff Page, that one's. I'm like, come on, bro. But it's like his chin. I don't want to say it got better, but like he took Vojtic's shots like nothing.
No, his defense. It's not his chin got better. His defense got better. Like, look. Nobody say nothing. What I like about Artur is the same thing I like about Chocolatito, just done differently. These is guys that can come forward. They'll come forward and don't get hit with no stupid ass punches. They'll come forward. It's harder to come forward and be responsible than to move away all fucking night and be around the ring and running around. They don't do that boring ass shit.
That's why I always like Triple G and Chocolatito the most.
Can I say the Zone has the best female boxers and the best looking female boxers?
They do.
Do you know what?
All the
fighters.
only female boxers, brother. The only female boxers.
No.
What's TBC got?
Top Rank
You got
female boxers.
ESPN with Michaela, mate. That's it. Other than that, what's PBC got? No one.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hey, Ring.
Who's got Alicia Baumgardner?
Match.
The Zone.
She's a
The Zone.
spice.
No,
Absolute spice.
no. She's. I have it on good authority that Alicia's a matchroom fighter. And that's all I'm gonna say.
That's what we're saying, Jew. That's what we're saying. She's
That's
matchroom.
all I'm gonna
But
say.
like he asked, the guy
That's it,
asked, who's got the women boxers? The only other one that does is Top Rank. PBC got nothing. So
Yeah,
the
they
only
don't-
other one is Michaela Mayer. The Zone does it all for the women's boxing. The Zone's the one.
Shout out to Joe, always looking out. Shout out to Joe, good dude.
Aaron, did Serrano move up to lightweight for that fight?
Yeah,
She
she
did, right?
did because the last because her
right.
fight before this was featherweight. Is this still going on?
Yeah, it's in the third round now. But
and how's
Gutierrez? She has shaky
Gutierrez?
legs, man. She has shaky
Gutierrez
legs.
is fighting on the back foot. She's fighting timid.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to engage.
She looks exhausted already, man.
Quick question in the panel, right? We probably all got daughters, yeah? Would you have your daughters boxing?
If they wanted to, if mine wanted to, if she wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't, but I would if you wanted. Yeah, I would support it.
I
I mean,
that's my. I wouldn't.
I don't know how good she is, but yeah.
Only if she wanted to, and with like Malachi, measured approach. I'm gonna see how she do. If I see she getting her ass beat, nah, you ain't gonna be getting your ass beat.
I got my cousin. My
Teach you how to
cousin's
shoot.
an amateur boxer. My cousin, she's a cousin girl, young teenager, amateur boxer, and like that's her business. But like I think so my daughters, I got two daughters, teenagers. Nah, I wouldn't be happy. Nah, I wouldn't.
Only if I see it's something they want to do and they good at it. Like my son, he's playing football, not American football. Well, Americans call soccer. Not that great at it. Doesn't like it.
Send him over to the UK, bro.
Now wait a minute,
No.
I'm gonna put because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put him in something that he do like because you got to do what you want to do. This world tries to make you into shit you don't want to be. You gotta do what you want to do.
How old is your son?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say because I don't want motherfuckers knowing too much about me.
Okay,
I'm
let
a
me ask you
secret
this
agent.
question. That's fine, fair enough. Is your son between say the age of like 5 and 10?
My son is 30 and I'm 100.
Fair enough.
Fucking Jules.
Wait, that's alien
Fucking
years,
hell,
right?
dude.
Fucking Jules. All I know is y'all got to get to the UK for a fight, fellas. I'm going again next year for the Usyk Joshua rematch. That should be a bucket list. A fight in the UK. Fucking love it.
Who you got for that fight?
Oh, I'm rolling with the Capricorn God, baby,
listen,
like I did the first fight.
Listen, yo,
I got
South London,
Usyk.
South
I got
London.
Usyk, and
I'm not
a
going
Joshua fan.
bullshit.
Usyk
I'm not
wins.
going bullshit. If AJ don't show me what I need to see, I'm going with Usyk.
That robotic approach that he did last
I
time.
I
It's
paid
not
out,
going to
right?
win again.
I
Same
paid
deal.
out.
I slightly want to go with
300
Usyk
quid,
as
right?
well,
Paid
but
300 quid
I
for
don't
my
think we
missus
saw the real
tickets.
Joshua.
I paid
no,
my
we saw the
hotel. I
real
paid
Joshua.
everything. Me and the missus down to
I don't
London.
think we
South
saw the real
London,
Joshua.
That's not the
way
real.
out
AJ
there.
let me down.
Everybody calm down. That wasn't the real Joshua, first of all. That wasn't the real Joshua. The real Joshua is not afraid to let his hands. Listen. That's not the real Joshua. The real Joshua is not afraid to let his hands go. The Joshua I saw, why are you boxing with this little ass man? Why? Let your fucking hands go. You're a fucking heavyweight. Derek Chisora is a. Wait a minute. Derek Chisora is a testament to Capricorn greatness. That motherfucker didn't want to stay down today.
We're back there.
Motherfucker didn't want to stay down.
I'll ask y'all this. When's the last time we
broke
seen
my
the real
ass.
Joshua?
Julius, the man broke my ass. I paid all the money out. I paid £300 each from me and my missus. I paid hotel. I paid everything.
I fucking told
broke
y'all.
my
I
heart.
fucking told y'all. No, wait a minute. I told y'all 2 days ago on the relay, Parker is gonna get off to a faster start this time, and that's gonna be the difference. All right. I feel Derek did enough to win the first fight, and he got fucking robbed. That's what I think. But this second time, if you notice, Derek does not do good in rematches. He didn't do good in the Fury rematch. He didn't do good in the Dillian White rematch. He was doing good, and then he got knocked the fuck out. Right? It's a pattern.
Easily read,
man.
didn't he? Easily read.
Serrano, another easy round.
Miriam holding her own, man. She coming back into the fight.
Now listen, on my planet, we're taught that everything is cyclical and everything happens in patterns. So when I see that Derek always get his ass beat in rematches and he about to have a rematch,
he about to get his ass beat. That's how we connect that shit, right?
Yo, Jew, more to the fact, when are you coming to the UK, brother? When are you
I'm
coming to
gonna
the
tell
UK?
you. No, I'm gonna tell you. Right now, everything I get is pure profit, in unison with other arms of revenue, different projects and things like that. But soon, because I like the UK. Ever since I saw V for Vendetta, ever since I saw V for Vendetta, I've loved the UK. I seen that movie years ago, but that movie, I just like the UK. Like, yo, I gotta go over there.
No, I fell in love with the UK. Back to AJ. I need to see the AJ
We love
that fought Klitschko and that fought Dillian White in the Usyk fight, or he ain't winning.
Well, listen, I said it. If I don't see what I need to see between now and then, I'm going with Usyk, because there's only one way for AJ to win that I see. Like, you remember in Avengers when Doctor Strange did the shit that he tried to look through all the scenarios and shit to see what'll work? It's only one scenario that works for AJ, and it ain't boxing. It ain't. Can the boxing, bro. He's little. Go in there, fuck his ass up.
But
I think
AJ is like, you know what Marvin Hagler saying? That you sleep in silk pajamas and that. I think that's what AJ's done. He's got too comfortable, too rich. He's not hungry anymore. And that's what I think, like, do you know what I mean?
He needs to be
too rich.
He got too much respect. You remember when Game came out with his album, Game? Y'all remember Game from LA, from West Coast? Now, Game, he going through the Game phase. The whole album was Game thanking motherfuckers and how motherfuckers like, bro, can you stop and just rap? Like, you keep thanking everybody, thanking Dr. Dre, DJ Quick. Why you keep thanking everybody, bro? Like you paying, the whole album is paying homage to motherfuckers. That's where AJ at. Stop paying homage, stop respecting the game, and remember, you're here to fuck him up. You could pay homage after that. Right now.
But you're not. Go ahead, coach.
You know what pissed me off? This, I found, of course, Usyk is a Capricorn. So I'm like, damn, betting against the damn Capricorn. And then AJ, I'm like, oh man, this is just, bro, I felt so stupid. And then AJ is taking selfies with the guy all before the fight. They hugging, making love, kissing, like, bro, like, what is this?
It's like, yo, dog, like, it's like the Ruiz shit. When the first Ruiz fight happened, I'm like, yo, did he really just let him hold the belts? Yo, you wildin'. That's bad luck. That's bad luck. You're not supposed to do that.
Hey, yo, Ring.
My thing, you're not gonna beat a man. You're not gonna beat a man that shares the same birthday as Muhammad Ali, bro. It's destined.
Nah.
He won the Muhammad Ali trophy.
I need an update.
It's destiny, coach.
Miriam looking like she about to fall every round, man, but she hanging in there.
So she still ain't knocked.
Nope, not yet. She on her feet.
So it's Mercado all over again. So where you getting battered, but you can't put her away. You can't close the show.
It's only at the end of the fifth. We still got 5 rounds to go, so we'll see. But I mean, not the ring, but like I saw the Taylor Catterall press conference. Well, not the press conference, but like Josh Taylor was like saying, "You want to hold my belts to Catterall?" He's like, "No, I'll take him in February."
No, Jack ain't going.
No, he ain't going. No. But that's what he told him. He said, "No, I'll take him in February. I'll need to hold them shits."
Listen, Josh ain't just a Capricorn. He's a Scotsman. God damn it, some tough motherfuckers out there.
Guys,
listen, no.
Wait.
Josh, tough.
Wait.
Sorry, bro. Go on. Go.
A quick question. How old is Amanda Serrano?
About 31, 32, around there.
33.
33.
Okay. Does it look like Amanda Serrano lose a lot of steam after the first 4 rounds?
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
she did.
She slowed down a little bit from she did from the first 1 or 2 rounds.
She still seems fairly active.
She's active, but she's slow though.
She's not. Listen, she's not the kind of fighter that takes rounds off, but it's more like if she don't get you early, she may not get you. Like, she got Bermudez, but Bermudez is a fucking bantamweight. You know what I mean? Mercado from 122, super bantamweight. You see, she couldn't knock her out. And I saw her at 140 years ago, and she couldn't knock that girl out.
which is why I'm on the fence. I'm like, look, if you can't knock out a stationary target that's there to be hit, I'm struggling to see you knocking out somebody that's going to move all night. And when they don't move, they tie you up.
This Gutierrez, she ain't moving much. She ain't.
She looks better in this round, though.
Yeah. Get her legs back a little bit, but still, I mean, she ain't, she's still pretty much a sitting target.
I know Amanda watches the relay.
Hi, Amanda.
I know she does. No, well, she ain't watching it now, but
no. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say this. This ain't like no privileged information, right? When we was trying to be cool and bury the hatchet, we was corresponding on Twitter, and she's like, she watches the show, but she's like, yo, why I keep attacking? I'm like, I'm not attacking you, dog. I'm just telling the truth, not attacking you. Now we could bury the hatchet because this was when she was talking about unifying 126. Like, we could bury the hatchet because I'll support you doing that. If you want to become undisputed, I could get behind that. And she seems like a nice girl. Like, yo, I want to root for her. You know what I mean? I really do. But I'm not going to lie for nobody. You got to pay me to lie because I don't like lying. It's not in my nature.
By the way, guys, quick question about Oscar De La Hoya. Which pocket do you think he keeps the coke in, his left or his right?
Definitely.
It's gotta be the left.
Right.
No, it's the left because he uses the
Guys,
right hand.
Oscar
No,
is
it's the left hand. It's the left pocket because he uses the right hand to get the coke. Oscar's a righty.
Nice.
Oscar's left-handed.
Yeah,
He's right. Jules is right. But Oscar's sober tonight because he doesn't have the sunglasses on in the arena.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't had sunglasses on all night, so he's sober. Oscar tonight.
Motherfuckers been selling
It's
this
all about the
motherfucking.
fishnets, bro. The fishnets.
Motherfuckers been selling this Zerto is a boogeyman shit. Like, yo, listen, if you don't like Bevo, that's cool. But don't motherfucking try to convince me that Zerto is a boogeyman. He ran from all the smoke at Top Rank. That's what I saw. You ran from all
and
the
I'm
smoke.
in LA. Let's get into it. Zerto is not this draw with the Mexican fans in LA. Let's cut that shit too.
Fucking shit. I'm like, yo, you could have got the later Alvarez fight, the Joe Smith fight, the Better B fight. You ran away from all of that. So don't fucking come over here trying to tell me that people got to duck Zerto. Nah, you wild.
Zerto fucked up when he let his wife take over his career and they had that bullshit pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Speaking
the
of
Battle of Rio Grande.
Speaking of Joe Smith, you updated one time. He didn't handle COVID very well. Have you heard anything since then?
Yeah. I heard he's back in the gym. He's feeling better. He's out of the hospital. But with COVID, right, it's not as simple as saying, oh, well, he's back in the gym and it's all good because there's long COVID. If you notice, Rachel Ball got COVID. She hasn't boxed since.
Yep.
She was supposed to have a rematch with, I forgot who. I think it was Shannon. She literally hasn't boxed since she got COVID. We see how Povetkin looked in the white rematch. They said he got COVID.
It hits people different for sure.
So I'm like,
I've had COVID. It didn't affect me, bruv. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a 40-year-old guy. It didn't affect me.
All I'm saying is I don't know how he took it because they said that he was pretty rough when he got it. He was in the hospital and all that. So I'm like, I don't really know how to interpret that. And Callum Johnson can punch. Joe got a chin, but Callum Johnson ain't no motherfucking. He ain't gonna sit here and jab you all night. That's all I'm gonna say. Callum Johnson come to throw, and he throw hard, B.
Like I remember one of his recent fights. He literally ran to this guy and just like loaded up on shots until he put him down, like against the ropes. Like he just ran right to him and like pop.
Serrano just walked her down. Just walked her down the last minute. Just walked her down into the ropes.
Oh shit! She landed the wheel now, man.
Walked her down.
Damn.
She about to go.
This Gutierrez got some heart, though.
She does.
She's getting smashed.
Yeah, she's getting picked up right now.
They're gonna stop this fight.
They stopped it.
Amanda's landing everything.
Oh
she
shit!
can't compete with the hands.
She can't even defend herself no more, man. It's like she holds it up.
She's landing everything she throws.
Yep.
Fuck. Amanda really trying to get her out of there.
She's not holding her hands. Gutierrez not defending himself.
She's just holding. She's holding. That's all she's doing.
Is the ref about to stop it? Is what I want to know.
No, he
needs to.
They're at break, but no. I mean, he didn't. There wasn't any urgency at the end of the round.
Oh shit! Man, big right hook to Gutierrez.
But she's piecing her up really good.
Whoo!
If she can knock her out, that's good.
By the way, didn't Zerto turn down the Bivol fight? Eddie said.
Yeah. Earlier this year, and the fight was offered to him last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's simple, man. Like, yo, you see B-Ball's resume and who he's fought, and you see Zerto's resume. You got damn near 40 fucking fights of absolutely nothing. How could you have 40 fights of almost absolutely nothing? That's crazy.
It's amazing you say that, Jules, because I hear that a lot. Zerto is he's this boogeyman, and you know, the other light heavyweights, they don't want to fight him. You know, Canelo better not even think about fighting Zerto and this and that, and I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like I hear this a lot from people, and I'm like, I just don't see this Zerto being the boogeyman type guy from
Listen,
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Benavidez's resume is thin, and so is Zerto's. Except Zerto has more fights, and he's older than David. So it's real. Like, bro, you got 40-something fights. Who the fuck you been fighting to date? The best name on your resume is Jesse Hart. That's the best guy you beat.
About him. Arthur Abraham too.
I'm gonna give him.
Hart? He hasn't fought for a long time.
No, I'm gonna say this. The best name on his resume, or at least the victory that I think aged well, is Maxim Vlasov. Because he beat Vlasov, and I believe he stopped him. But this was many, many years ago. And the only reason that victory aged well is because we see that Maxim, he was giving Joe that work. He was like, a lot of people think he beat Joe.
Yeah,
I do.
A lot of people think he beat Joe. So I'll say Maxim and Jesse. But that's two names in a resume that has 40-something fights.
Look at Gutierrez's nose.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Broken. It's swollen.
Bro, y'all making me want to see this fucking fight, man.
It's a good fight, man.
You mean it's a good ass whooping? That's what you mean? Like she getting the shit beat out of her.
You know, or fight ass whooping. All the same. It's a pretty proper ass whooping, proper fight.
But Gutierrez, you have to give her credit. She is engaged. She's putting effort into the fight. She doesn't have any power, but she's putting the effort there.
Not in that last round, she wasn't. This round, she is. She's
no. I'm saying overall.
Overall,
in general. She's not making it easy for her.
Nah.
But you can tell skill level.
Listen, from the sound of what y'all saying, right? This fight is still going on. That means you still haven't knocked out Gutierrez, even though, wait a minute, even though you're landing at will. This is the point that I'm making. If you can't put away a stationary target that you can't miss, imagine a target that's moving, that's hard to hit, that knows when to clinch. If you can't knock out Katie, don't tell me you're going to win a decision on Matchroom.
No.
I seen that Zelfa Barrett versus Kiko Martinez fight. Don't tell me.
Damn,
don't tell me.
Gutierrez got a nose, man. I wonder if she's related to an eagle.
Yo, dog.
Gutierrez is that.
You're wrong for that.
I'm sorry.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't right. Woman getting her ass beat. Y'all cracking jokes about her getting her motherfucking ass beat, so y'all could be laughing and shit.
Lord,
y'all
I apologize
ain't right.
Y'all
motherfuckers ain't right.
Hey, well, Jules, what's your prediction for this? So you got the Zerto winning by KO.
I didn't pick. Zerto and Gonzalez? Yeah, I got Zerto by KO. Derek Chisora is the blueprint on what AJ needs to do. Made it a dirty and go down to the body. AJ has the superior strength to do it. But see, this is the thing, man. And let me just do this real quick. Nobody say that. Derek is a Capricorn, B. Either we do it 100 or we don't do it. Now, Parker, I don't know when he was born. They say he a Capricorn, and he won, so I guess. But
hey, Jules, I got to get ready to bounce, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel, my brother.
All right, Malachi.
Have a good night.
Derek, Darak is a Capricorn, bro. And you see that, like, yo, he is either you better stop me or I'm not going to stop till you stop me. I'm not going to stop. Darak.
I like what got emotional, as I said earlier on Twitter. I'm gonna shed a tear, man, seeing Derek go out like that. You know,
Derek said he's not retiring, bro. He said, "Fuck that, I'm back in the summer."
Literally. Oh, Yay. Okay,
Literally,
good.
yo, he
Okay.
posted that shit on Instagram. Like, yo, fuck that. I'm back
Oh,
in the
yay.
summer.
Okay, good. Sweet, man. Okay, I thought he might hang him up after this.
Like, you think
Okay,
I'm
sweet.
I've been saying this for a minute. Like, yo, Derek is that dude. Say what you want. I don't give a shit. That dude make it fun to watch. He is fun to watch. Bitch, he need to be fucking careful, bro.
Bro, he had a close call today. He had a close call today, man. Oh, yeah, he came. Oh, he had a real scare there.
Oh yeah,
he finding his level. He's finding it. Like, yo, dog. Like, you just not gonna be stormtroopering all these motherfuckers out here. B.
No,
that
no, that's not
Frenchman,
gonna work, bro. He nearly put his ass down, and he hurt him real bad.
that motherfucking Frenchman,
What do you think, Babbage to Zora? What do you think?
Babbitt, bro.
Oh yeah,
You trying to put Allen in the hospital for a few weeks? That's what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen?
Serrano took off the 9th round. She still probably won the round, but she wasn't active much at all.
yeah. Okay, yeah. This is going the distance. She ain't gonna stop the Gutierrez.
Yo, Katie stopped Gutierrez. Katie's boxed Gutierrez, and she stopped her.
What I want to know is no, she didn't. Did Amanda drop?
Bro, I just went on Google and just checked.
No, she didn't. She didn't. She decisioned her, but she dropped her. Did Amanda drop Miriam at all?
No, not from what I saw.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I caught the fight later.
She hasn't even heard her yet.
Okay, then that now y'all know Katie dropped Miriam off a counter. She dropped her like Colt dropped her. She didn't knock her out, but she dropped her.
Serrano's pieced her up, but she hasn't. She hasn't really inflicted any wobbling.
Oh, yo, shit, I was making a fight out of this, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, she's hurt, but it's never been a moment where you kind of had that worrisome where she's gonna fall.
Shit, Gonzalez came to fight.
So what this tells me is Serrano haven't got the power. It's like naturally she's a 126, isn't she? See what I mean? She haven't got the power.
Exactly.
And Serrano's actually getting countered right now. Pretty good.
Jules, you said she caps off at lightweight, right? Power.
Her power it wanes at lightweight, and her power definitely ain't all that at 140 because I seen it. I seen her fight a journey woman at 140. She was landing at will, and not only was the girl taking the shots, she was coming forward. She was walking through the shots. That's why I said I'm a little on the fence. I need to see what happens with Miriam to know what her power is because Katie not gonna be there to be hit like Miriam. Miriam is there to be hit, and if you can't put her away,
Jewel, I'm putting you on the fence here, son, because I know you know more about women boxing than a lot of us. Who are you picking, Serrano or fucking Taylor?
Right now, I'm leaning towards Taylor. Taylor dropped Miriam Gutierrez. Everybody says Katie can't punch. She dropped Miriam Gutierrez. Look at the highlight. Just look at the highlight. You don't have to watch the whole fight. She cold dropped her. If you telling me that Amanda landed all that shit and didn't drop her at least once?
No.
I agree, Drew. I agree with you, bro.
Her face, Gutierrez's face is in rough shape, but no, it was a combination. It was just accumulation of punches. But no, she never had her wobbled. She never had her hurt throughout the fight. I mean, she beat her ass, but she didn't have her wobbled.
Like, she could beat the shit out of her, but remember, you beating the shit out of somebody that's there to be hit.
Yeah.
Is Katie there to be hit? No. Katie stay off the line.
Target, man. She ain't moving at all.
Katie stay off the line. Go in and out. If it gets rough, she knows to tie you up to smother your work. This is what I mean. And I'm like, yo, your power, I need to see what your power is because your power is your best bet, not your boxing. Your power is your best bet. If you can't knock out a stationary target, how you gonna knock one out that's moving? That knows how to roll?
Yeah, she did. She didn't fight over and went the distance. So
yeah, it'll be unanimous.
But how old Serrano? How old is Serrano?
33.
And how old's Taylor?
35.
So they're old. They're both old, isn't they? They're both old.
I wouldn't say old, but they're
getting the 30s.
But he wobbles Zerto. He wobbles Zerto.
No. That was a headbutt.
That was a headbutt?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Zerto getting touched.
But he was there.
Zerto getting touched. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying that this ain't fucking Sullivan Barrera.
Can I ask this question? Like, what is with Marcus Brown and head clashes?
I don't know.
Fuck
I think
Marcus
That
Brown.
team always seems to
Fuck that man. I swear.
Oh, you go.
Okay,
that was a good fight,
Jay,
though.
Jay,
That was a good
man.
fight.
Jay, I saw the fight.
It was up
He
there,
was
yeah.
trying to headbutt Beterbiev since round 2. He was using this head
Okay.
since round 2 to try to make a cut or try to hurt him that way.
He initiated
look.
the one. He did initiate the one where he got. Yeah, he did.
He was
initiate that one.
Listen,
headbutting
no,
him
wait a minute.
all the fight.
Listen, wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you the truth, dog. If I got to fight Better Beef, not only am I gonna headbutt him, I'm gonna punch him in the dick.
Ring,
fuck
hey, you
you
know what
want
I'm
me to
ring. You know what I'm doing? I'm bringing a shotgun and some in a bat in that
Yeah,
ring.
you need a
and a
tank.
helmet. And a helmet.
Maybe a
you
tank.
see Bloodsport when Chong
Yeah.
Li had the coke and he threw the coke at his face?
Yep.
I'm bringing that too.
Yeah.
Throw the coke in his face, like.
I still don't think you win. I still don't think you win.
I probably won't, but I better do something. That's all.
No, I mean in general,
be.
I'm saying that guy needs a tank beat him. I mean that's it.
I would say this.
That's all it's
though.
gonna
I know Brown's not everybody's cup of tea, but he did show a lot of heart and determination in that fight, though. He did.
Listen,
he tried.
like
I mean, like, you know.
if I got to headbutt him, punch him in the dick, throw cocaine at his face, gouge his eyes, that's just what I gotta do.
When it comes to Better Beef, you got to throw out the rule book, man. You got to do anything you can to defeat that man.
There's no Zerto excitement on any of his fights, bro. No buzz ever. Fucking boring.
By the way, who wins, Zerto or Marcus Brown?
I'd pick Zerto. He's durable. I'd pick Zerto.
By the way, I rewatched the John Pascal fight last night. It's like I couldn't help but laugh like hell when every time Pascal dropped him.
I'm really not big on Zerto, but I gotta give him this. In the second Jesse Hart fight, for a portion of the last couple of rounds, he was fighting one-handed, and he was still giving Jesse the business with one hand. So I give him toughness, that he's tough, and he seems durable. I would pick him over Marcus. But if I'm being honest with you, after the Pascal fight, I would pick a lot of guys to beat Marcus. Because he's not durable. He can box.
You know why he lost the Pascal fight? I mean, you know why he lost that fight? It was the universe paying him back for headbutting Badu.
True. Like, the funny shit about Marcus is actually like he can box, but he just don't take no.
I gave Marcus the first 2 rounds in the Better Be fight. He took the first 2 rounds.
He took them.
He won them. Yeah, clearly.
If they would have stopped Jay, I tagged you in some. They showed the scorecard. If they would have stopped that fight in the 4th round, then Brown would have won that fight.
Oh, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah, but they couldn't because it has to be past the 4th.
That's what I'm starting the 5th. I apologize.
Yeah, like
they had him up.
Yo,
they had him up.
See?
Yeah, this is the thing.
I think in the third, where Reykjavik started Leo Reykjavik. I mean, just in the third, Better Beef started to close the distance, break him. I think once he got the cut, I was on a chat with somebody. It's like that really upped their sense of urgency for him. And he really started to take it to Marcus then. But yeah, go ahead, Leo. Sorry.
Yeah, the thing about Better Beef, there are guys they look strong, like bodybuildings kind of guy. Better View is the kind of guy that I've been chopping wood since 5 years old.
You get Rocky 4. You get the version of Rocky 4 when he's out there chopping the wood,
chopping trees. Shit.
Imagine if your whole life was that camp that Rocky had in Russia. That's better.
Yes, that's that man, bro.
He lived in that snow and that cold hurts, like the music is playing in his head when he plays. He's Rocky Drago. He's Rocky Drago. He's Drago Balboa.
He's like a hybrid.
Rocky Baldrago. Drago Balboa.
Drago.
Artur Balboa.
Word. Pascal was probably on mad pads in that fight. All right, I'll give you that. Right. Was Kalajic on pads though? Because Kalajic dropped his ass too.
Hey man, I think Kalajic won that fight.
A lot of people think Kalajic won that fight.
But who they give it to?
Listen, the universe don't let shit go, man. It's gonna come back. It's always gonna come back.
Yep. So you can give him a gift, but guess what happens? He had to come toe to toe with the man known as Rocky Balboa. Sorry,
Like motherfucking, like
Arthur
motherfucking
Balboa.
Madrimon. Like motherfucking, watch out. He shouldn't have won that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out.
Is it Rocky Drago? Is that his name? What'd you give him? What's
Rocky
his name?
Baldrago.
I call him Arthur Balboa. That's what I call him.
Arthur Balboa. Okay,
Ivan Balboa.
Well,
that'll work.
That work, yeah.
He's hitting him with some good right hooks. Good right hooks.
Gonzalez just seems sluggish.
He an old
He kind of
cat.
does.
Like,
he old, man. We like 35 or some shit. 36.
Yeah.
He buckled Zerto though, first round.
It's like what
He
Leo
did.
said.
He did.
That's what's
He
ahead.
looks
I don't
muscular, but he looks slow.
Julius, I don't see the
Speed's
guy that's gonna
slow.
beat Bevo right here. I just don't.
No,
I
see
don't.
too many
Neither do
counters.
I.
I just
Look
see
at
too
the
many
shit he's
counters.
getting hit with, Eson. Look at the shit he be getting hit with. That's
Yeah,
not like
look
a
at that.
boogeyman.
Yo, people
You
really be
wild.
saying
Gonzalez in
Bevo's
his
ducking
mid-30s
fans,
giving
bro.
us
Y'all
new
are
problems.
people that are
This
talking
dude,
down on Bevo right
bro,
now. They
dude,
don't know
look,
his
he's
resume.
fighting a dude in his mid-30s who's standing right in front of him, and he is landing, right? With a
Yeah.
dude
he
that's
buckled
standing
him
right
for
in
real.
front of him.
He buckled him for real. in that
Hey, man,
first
it's an
round.
eliminators.
No doubt.
Gonzalez
Look,
wants
he's
his
on the
shot,
ropes
bro.
right now. He's got Zerto on the ropes.
No
right
wonder
now.
the Bevo Zerto wanted a payday before that Bevo fight because they offered him that fight this month.
Turn that shit down
in Russia.
But they don't want to talk about that.
Oh, straight left by the. Oh, damn.
Yo, this guy's making Zerto miss like a mofo, though. He's right in front of him, Bob.
You see that head
Bro, he's
movement?
right in
Damn.
front of him. It's a fun fight, but like I said, I don't see a boogeyman. I don't.
Nope.
You
And they say Canelo don't want Zerto at 175.
It's going down. It's going down.
Oh.
Rounds
Oh.
Gonzalez
still
shit.
standing.
He gave him. That's my bike, punk. Look.
Save for the bell.
Good shit. Good shit. But like I said, I don't see a boogeyman. It's a fun fight. Fun fighter. But I don't see a boogeyman.
Gonzalez was about to go out.
Listen, Artur scares me, bro. Scares me.
That man he gave me nightmares last night, y'all. I'm not even lying. He just kept chasing me. And I couldn't get away from him. I mean, I'm being serious. He just kept chasing me.
You see what a little old hook from Canelo did to Kovalev. Imagine if Artur would have hit that man. He'd have turned into motherfucking glass.
Yo.
Turned into motherfucking glass.
Ring, you're hypnotizing me with those eyes right now, man. You got to back up.
Trying to tell you something, dog. If Artur hits Sergey, that motherfucker's gonna disintegrate into several grains
Julius,
of vodka.
honestly, the best thing that could happen to Sergey was getting stopped by Canelo. Because he would have tried to unify. Because Sergey probably would have unified with Arthur. I'm not gonna lie. He probably would have. But
he'd have lost by knockout. He'd have got knocked out.
Bro, if Sergey would have hit, if Artur would have hit Sergey with one of them shits, that motherfucker would have just
chopping left. He hit Marcus to the body.
All you would have seen was a splash of vodka. Just splash. Motherfucker would have splashed. Whole shit of vodka. Like, yo, where Sergey went? Where the fuck Sergey went?
Yo, if Artur would have touched his body, bro, that shit would be done instantly. He's so weak.
Shit would have been like popping a water balloon with vodka in it, B. Splash. What the fuck is Sergey?
Yeah, this fight is not gonna last.
So he pieced him up all night, and he ends up. He immediately goes to his knee after that second shot to the body. He says, "That's it, I'm good." His face said everything last night. He's like, "Nah, I'm good. I ain't getting up from this shit."
That uppercut landed right in his fucking face. Like it. You seen the uppercut that Artur hit him with? Like,
yes.
Bro,
I mean, see the first knockdown that was caused with a left of the body and a straight right. He went down then, and I thought he wasn't gonna get up then.
Yeah, same.
No,
I mean, that was me. If that was me, I'd have been like, okay, man, fuck this shit. I'm taking my money. I'm going home.
I'd stayed down there. Like, fuck that shit. Like, you think I want to get hit like that again? I'm staying down here, bro. Fuck that.
Yo, you hear the way he was breathing after?
Yeah.
You hear the way he was breathing when he was down?
Finish him,
terrible. He was in pain for real.
Rocked.
Oh shit!
Gonzalez better keep those hands up. He's gonna taste the canvas.
Shoulder skirt too.
Yeah.
Yo, Zerto was getting hurt, bro.
Boogeyman, though, right? This the guy that people gotta be all afraid of. This the guy. This guy getting hit by 35-year-old Unieski Gonzalez.
He dropped it. Was that a trip? Was that a slip?
No, he slipped.
It's a slip.
It's a slip.
Zurdo's hurt.
What I mean? He like how he the boogeyman? How he the boogeyman?
Hey, y'all look at Oscar though. Oscar's throwing punches with him.
Yo, Oscar's wild, man.
Oscar's hype, bro. Look at Oscar.
Oscar, man. Let's do a goddamn line out here, man.
Do it for Mexico. Get him Zerto from Mexico.
Magic potion.
Yo,
Look at Oscar's cracking me up, yo.
That
right hand.
Look at Oscar.
Julius. I know you did.
Bruh. It's a good fight, but I'm like, yo, this ain't no boogeyman, bro. He ain't got enough boogie in his man. He ain't not no boogeyman.
Oh shit! Oh damn!
Come on, he's getting use the uppercut, Zerto. Goddamn!
Oh!
Finish him, man! What the fuck? You want to punch
Zero
the
has
ref?
no finishing power. He can't finish for shit. This dude's out in front of him.
Does the ref want to get
that round?
Gutierrez went the distance with Serrano, but Amanda won by unanimous decision. She took everything Amanda brought. Jules, your thoughts? Like I said on my award-winning video of the relay, if you cannot finish a stationary target, how will you finish a moving target? So now the question is, can Amanda win on the cards? Because Katie's not just going to stand right there and get punched in her fucking face.
Yo,
If it's a matchroom show, Katie ain't winning on the cards. If it's a matchroom show.
Hey, yo, that's how I know Oscar didn't do no coke tonight.
Serrano winning on the cards. What'd you say, Drew?
But if you're gonna
I said that's how I know Oscar didn't do no coke tonight. He's fully focused on the fight, throwing punches ringside. He's into it. He doesn't have the sunglasses on real chill.
Yo, Gonzalez landed a huge right hand.
You walk right into that shit, bro.
A big fucking right hand, bro.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is when they fight, give me B-ball by stoppage. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo.
Hey, it doesn't look like Zerto punches through. Like he's not at all. He just taps
bro.
him.
He was never.
Listen, it was the same. It was the same at 168. He was never no wrecking machine. He was fun to watch because he throw a lot, but he was never no. Oh, I'm gonna go in there and just walk through you. Nah.
I don't know if Gonzalez gets out of this round.
No, he probably don't. He probably don't.
I mean, he shouldn't.
He didn't look right walking out.
But Zerto want to throw the same fucking punch all the time. Like now
Got
would be a
caught by
good
left
time
again.
to throw
Got
up.
caught by left again.
There's no levels to Zerto's game, his repertoire. He throws the same 1-2
literally
salvo.
throwing the same
straight 1-2.
He too basic.
Jules, he's not throwing a barrage of punches, Jules. A barrage.
No hook, no
Bill
body.
Walsh.
He got clipped right there.
Yeah.
Yo.
He's coming forward on, bro. This dude's Zerto. He ain't that guy, bro.
I told him not that guy, bro. He's not that guy.
Yo, I've been saying this shit for a minute.
Motherfucking Alexis. Yo, Alexis, man. I know you gonna watch this shit. I fucking told you he's not that guy, bro. You're not that guy.
What's the difference between Benavidez and Zerto? I don't see nothing special with both of them.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what. Benavidez's punch selection is slightly better. He'll go to the body before Zerto.
Yeah, he'll go to the body.
Uppercut,
he's
and
quick,
he'll throw an uppercut
for
before Zerto.
But in terms of like, they just throw a lot of punches, right?
Right,
There's
no flash. There's nothing to their game.
That's literally. It's not like they fainting and setting up. Like beating.
Gonzalez is piecing him up.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
shit!
Oh!
Tie him up, you fucking dummy! Oh, fuck!
Look at Oscar. Look at Oscar. Oscar's scouting up there. Oscar hasn't sat down.
Oscar's got that look of the T-ball dad.
Yo, V. It's a good fight. Don't get me wrong. It is a good fight. It's a fun fight. But this is what I'm like. You're not that guy, pal.
Zerto won't throw a hook. Won't throw an uppercut.
He don't hook and he don't throw uppercuts.
No hooks.
It's the same shit. And he's there for the uppercut. That's the worst part.
Let's get this shit,
He
Gonzalez.
won't see it. He will not see it if you throw it.
You see that? Oh, another counter. Look at that.
Yo, Zerto gonna get stopped by somebody good.
Hey, Julius, now we see why he left Top Rank.
What I said. What I said.
What
happened? All of a sudden, because a couple of motherfuckers don't like B-ball, he's the boogeyman?
No way.
Nah, son.
I don't think there's anybody in that division that can beat him. Maybe Benavidez. Maybe.
No, look. This is what I'm gonna say. He can beat guys that are domestic level still. Like, let's say he could probably outwork Craig Richards. He could probably outwork him.
What about
who
Anthony
else?
Jordan?
Could he beat Callum Smith?
No, I don't. Honest to God,
I don't think
look,
so.
No, wait. Let me say this now. Don't say shit. I think Callum can beat this guy. I think he's more durable.
Yeah.
Wait. I think he's more durable than Callum, but I think Callum is a bigger puncher, and I think Callum can stop him. I think that.
I
Callum,
agree.
are you listening?
From what I'm seeing tonight, the shit he's getting hit with.
Callum,
You talk about Callum,
buddy.
You talk about Johnson or Smith? Which Callum?
Callum Smith.
Oh, they got look at they pulled up Oscar. I love it. I love seeing Oscar all excited at the fights.
Callum Smith, buddy, you can beat him. Make the fight.
He nearly just killed Landon Castillo.
Fuck around, almost kill him too. Fuck around. Oh, you do. Oh, you got to do all this for Yunieski Gonzalez? Shit. It's a good fight, though. I like it. It's a good fight. But like I said, he's not no boogeyman. When the fuck did that start?
Gonzalez's gas tank is done.
If he would throw one uppercut, he would end this fucking fight.
No gas tank's over. Done.
If he would, because he won't see it. Look at his guard. He's there for it. If he throw one uppercut, he can finish the fucking fight.
He keeps throwing that 1-2. That's all he's throwing the whole night. Lacey finally went to the body.
Like no punch variety, nothing at all.
No.
And why is
he has been going
fighting
to
on
the
the back
body.
foot? If he has the guy hurt.
Ramirez has been headhunting because he got him hurt for 3 rounds. But he can't do it.
Well, Leo, with that being said, though, if you have the guy hurt, then why are you fighting on your back foot and why are you only throwing straight jabs? Why are you not coming in with a hook? Where are you going to the body? Why are you not trying to finish him?
Bro, look.
No. You know why? Because Gonzalez has been hurting Zurdo also.
He has countered him.
He has.
That is true.
Yeah, he got rocked already himself.
Oh, shit.
But look, you can tell if you look at him in front of you. Gonzalez's gas tank is done.
Bro, throw a fucking uppercut,
bro. Can't get out of there.
They go
the same fucking shit.
They both collectively decided to take a round off.
He's the Jamal Charlo 175.
Real shit. Real shit. Zurdo Charlo.
There's no way this guy beats
Jamal Ramirez.
Charlo, in my opinion, Charlo don't.
Yo, look at these guys.
Now they're wrestling.
Oh my God!
What is
they wanted to do like Algieri did against Conor Benn.
The fuck? Oh, clumsy ass motherfuckers, man. Oh shit, man. Bivol will play with this dude, man.
Hey, but Bivol pressed on the gas and finished Zurdo.
Yeah. He did it with Joe Smith.
Yeah.
Bivol beats both of them the same night.
Hey, Joe Smith fucks up Zurdo. If Joe Smith's okay from COVID,
I agree with that. If he's okay, I agree with that. Joe got them construction worker punches.
That's damn right.
Yeah, got them.
He got that jackhammer strength in his hands, moving the jackhammer and busting down cement.
Real shit. Union dudes merit.
No, I used to fucking work construction. Like you work construction for a while, you just you get oblivious to like pain.
Listen,
Callum Johnson would destroy Zurdo.
He got partial medical, full dental, and a little bit of optical punches, all right? Union dudes punches, 40-cent merit raised punches, B.
7% 401k, saving for the future so the kids go to college punches.
All right, it's real shit
Joe Smith's always using his hands at work, so they strong.
That motherfucker brawling.
We've been fucking breaking up concrete for years.
Yeah, Gotta get new aluminum siding for the house punches.
Little Sarah Ann needs new braces, so we gotta come correct punches.
All right. Joe fucking Smith.
I like Joe Smith. That's a blue collar man. I'll root for him any day.
I like Joe because he fun to watch. I ain't even gonna front. He just throw wild. The only time The only time I saw a Smith fight that I wasn't happy was the Vlasov fight, because I'm like, yo, Vlasov out here looking like that car dealership balloon, doing all this wild shit.
He pieced him up in that fight.
Yeah.
I try not to get emotional, but when I watched Joe Smith go for that title, I was a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh shit, he was just doing wild shit with his arms, B.
I'm like,
so did I, but I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real, though.
Bro, Jules, by round 10, I'm like, what? Who is this dude? Where did he come from?
No, look, I gotta give credit to Mark, because Mark said this shit like, yo, Vlasov ain't no bitch, yo. Don't think
it was
Mark, yeah.
Mark Ben said that shit. They're like, yo, Vlasov ain't no bitch. Don't think he just gonna go in there and get smoked.
Clashes.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh,
wow.
Right to the
jaw.
jaw.
Fucking jaw.
Yo, I told y'all, Zerto durable. B just took a headbutt to the chin.
I'm fine. Let's keep going.
That shit hurt. That shit hurt Gonzalez more than it hurt Zerto. He about to knock himself out.
No, you know what Zerto's chin is made of? It's made of the same material that Goku's head is made of. Remember how durable his head was?
Nah, Zerto chin is made out of the dried up mousse from his hair that he put. It's dried up mousse.
No. He what it is, it's hardened tres flores.
That's what it is. It's a good, like I said, it's a good fight. Don't get me wrong, it's a good fight. Yeah. But don't motherfucking tell me that he a boogeyman.
If Gonzalez go to distance, man, I give him his props. Like at least
I give him his props.
You know,
I give him his props,
bro.
Because he was hurt.
We just gotta call it what it is. Zerto is not an elite fighter.
No.
He ain't proved that here. He ain't proving that now.
He's gonna be fish food for the 175 guys.
Elite fighters would have got Gonzalez out of there already.
Oh yeah,
well, he had the motherfucker hurt twice. He couldn't finish him.
Yeah,
ran in the right hands, counter lefts, ran in the rights, counter lefts, trying to finish him off. All this stuff.
Gonzalez still got his back. Gonzalez still backing him into the road.
Yeah, they like Prime Kovalev starches that dude.
Bro,
Zerto's the one backing up right now, bro.
Bro, Chad Dawson to finish this dude, B.
I still wish Bad Chad never went down to fucking 168. War should have fucking met him at 75.
That's what I'm saying. Listen. This is what I mean. Motherfuckers that hate Canelo love to bring up, oh, Kovalev was drained. Here's reality. Canelo fought Kovalev at his weight. Did Ward fight Chad Dawson at his weight? No. So why that don't bother you?
169. What the fuck is that?
He was weight drained. Dumbass shit.
Yeah, I got a question.
Wasn't Hopkins
Wasn't
Hopkins fighting some guys on catweights?
Yeah, that's why I don't lose my mind over.
He fought Oscar.
Listen, Leo, let me say this. I don't lose my mind over catchweights because everybody uses them. Floyd used them, Manny used them, Canelo used them, Cotto used them.
As
Ward
long as you
used them.
face a top guy, at least. It's
It ain't even. It's that so many guys are using them that you can't hold that against any one guy.
But who do they hold it against? One guy. Canelo.
Only
That's the
Canelo. Only Canelo.
Talk about. That's it. Nobody else ever.
And here's the wild shit. Canelo didn't use a catch weight on Kovalev, but Ward and Chad Dawson, that was a catch weight. That was like you brought him, or if anything, look, if you worried about me motherfuckers being drained, I tell you what, Chad Dawson was a lot more drained than Sergey Kovalev. I'll tell you that motherfucking shit. So let's cut the shit.
Fuck that replay. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
Damn.
He hit that motherfucker with every thought.
His fucking head.
He hit that motherfucker with every thought that he's had for the last 10 years.
He had a lot to get off his mind right there.
Hit that motherfucker with everything he been thinking about for 10 years, B.
The robbery of John Pascal, me getting stopped by Vostik, all of it. I'm
shit.
I'm gonna load that shit into this one headbutt.
Motherfucker downloaded that shit into his chin.
Am I the only one who thinks that Gonzalez is telegraphing his punches at this point?
They both are. Zerto throwing the same old shit. It's the same old bullshit. He ain't disguising. He ain't faking.
Yo, Zerto's a UD waiting to happen for Bivol, bro.
Bro, Zerto is Manolo from Scarface, B.
Dog, I would suck being a UK boxing fan being up this late.
For Zerto.
Or early.
He Manolo from Scarface, B. I lost China. I lost her. I lost China. Get shot the fuck up.
I hate fucking Colombians.
Shoot up China too.
Ooh.
All right, that was a good straight left. Good little straight left he put in there.
Mozart him with a 2-piece with a soda.
He just needed to use a fucking uppercut and stop throwing that same old shit.
He hasn't thrown an uppercut the whole fight.
The whole
He
fight.
threw
bro.
one. He threw one.
Oh.
A weak one.
Did he just see the Joseph Parker fight? Uppercuts are our friend.
I don't think AJ threw any uppercuts in the Usyk fight, did he?
He didn't.
No.
Damn.
He fought so timid in that fight.
He wasn't close enough to the motherfucker
He
to hit
fought
him
like
with
a
a goddamn
bitch. Let's be
uppercut.
honest. He fought like a bitch in that fight. It was frustrating as hell.
I ain't gonna lie.
How you gonna
And
be
you-
that
bro.
big, have that much power, and you're like square dancing with the guy? I didn't understand it at all.
Lost it. He was
Damn,
lost
do
in
you
that
sound a
whole
little
fight.
emotional? You lose money on? You lose money?
No, not at all.
So they put Leo Santa Cruz on the Keith undercard?
No, I didn't bet. It was just
Yeah, Leo Santa
Wait.
Cruz versus
Oh.
Keenan Carbajal.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't fucking know.
No.
It ain't Michael Carbajal.
Bro.
Oh.
Now, have you? Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. In the last 2 years, I ain't even gonna say that because Tank fans was fake excited when they fought. I'm like, bro, Leo is
said?
boring, bro. Leo
said,
is
said,
not fun to watch. He is boring.
What's your nickname
He
for
should
him
be
again?
stripped.
What do you call him?
Lukewarm Leo. That's
Is Leo the
motherfucking
worst four
boring.
division champion? Is Leo the worst
Yes.
4 division champion?
Yes.
I think so.
Worse than
Broner's definitely
Broner.
way better than
Worse
Leo.
than Broner. At least Broner fought motherfuckers. He fought Sean. He fought Maidana. You know what I mean? Leo, come on, B. Come on, B. You fought Frampton. And I don't even think Mares is that big a win, to keep it real with you. I don't.
Mr. Low Blow. That's what I like to call
No,
him.
man, this was a legit win.
No, it's legit, but it's like you beat Mares 2 times.
Matter of fact, after the Abeco fights, I was kind of annoyed, but then I saw the Gonzalez fight, and a smile warmed across my face after that. So, the universe has a way of paying people back, as you said. Oh,
shit. Look at how is this guy
Yo.
standing?
You got to stop this fucking fight, dog. Like,
Gonzalez is not gonna go down.
he not, because this motherfucker Zerto got fucking the fuck he got in them gloves, man.
Dude,
that dude got
Zurdo-
Mori Soñando in his gloves, B. Tiene Mori Soñando in his gloves, B.
Zurdo has been hurting Gonzalez all the fight, but at the end of the round, all the time.
Gas
And
tank shot.
slips.
He's tired.
Zerto got some sensu beans, y'all. That's what he's taking, I think.
Zerto got motherfucking cheesecake in them gloves.
No, I say Zerto, my bad. He got no. Gonzalez got sensu beans. That's what I meant.
Gonzalez got the power, yo.
Look at him.
Got the power.
Power.
Stumbling like he's had 8 fights.
It's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of heavy.
Look
at that shit, yo. That song made you want to fight a motherfucker back then. Be like,
I want to jump through every time I hear that shit, I want to jump through a fucking wall. I'm serious.
Real shit, yo. That was my shit, dog. I used to fucking do karate moves and shit. That song, come on, like, got the power. Fucking shadow karate boxing, doing somersault.
When are women gonna stop getting
kicks.
plastic surgery, man? I mean, these ring girls. One of them look like a Barbie doll.
I don't know.
Look at Gonzalez. How is he doing that?
Oh,
ooh!
Roto got to cut that fucking hair, man. That shit ain't doing him no favors. This novella hair, motherfucker, block a punch and look like he just got hit.
You got the Ryan Garcia hair.
Real shit. He got the Lemieux.
Oh,
David Lemieux here.
Yeah,
he's about to get knocked out by David Benavidez, by the way. So.
Oh, yeah,
yes, he is. Retired by him.
Yep, that's it. Yes,
he is gonna get the fucking shit beat out of him, B.
I'm like, when I heard about the fight, I'm like, y'all trying to kill this dude?
Exactly.
Bro, he is gonna beat the fucking maple leaves out of David Lemieux, B.
He gonna beat him worse
Real
than Triple G did.
The absolute breaks,
bro.
Look, this is how I want.
How about my boy Stevie Rose last night?
Yo,
oh yeah, he looked good.
You talking about
Mr. Rose? Yeah, he looked good.
Bro, them was the worst fucking tats. Like, I'm like, yo, who the fuck told you to get all these GTA looking ass tattoos? B? This shit don't even match.
Oh, their tattoos look like a Chipotle bag.
Oh, GTA San Andreas tattoos. He got
Hey,
mad
by the way,
space.
by the way, Ring, quick question. Like, Marie Dicare's opponent.
Yeah.
Who do you think trained her how to fight? Somebody that was on drugs,
The
or
balloon guy outside the car
guys?
dealership trained her. Balloon guy. This how you jab.
Yeah.
This how you jab.
Sorry, got off fight.
yo.
I'm not knocking Dicare, but got awful fight to watch, man.
No, that was it. Yeah, I blame that on Lozano, dog. Like Lozano just running straight at her, doing some weird looking shit.
It's like she's trying to lunge in. It's like she's trying to do a Doctor Strange and a Superman punch at the same time or some shit.
Yo, how is Gonzalez still here, B?
How is he not in a coma?
Yo, B, that motherfucker,
Okay.
man.
Okay, yeah. Zerto can win this fight, but he's not beating Bivol. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen.
He ain't.
No,
I've been saying this
So,
dude is not no fucking boogeyman.
Yeah, go ahead. Put him in there with Bivol. Put him in there with Bivol. Go right ahead.
No.
All this fucking fake ass narrative that Bivol gotta duck this dude, really? Stop it, B. What the fuck? Stop it. When the fuck was Zerto ever a boogeyman?
Wait, I need to know this. It will be possible to give Derevyanchenko one gimme fight?
Give who?
One?
Who?
They don't give him gimme fights. They don't give him they from fucking Jacobs to fucking Golovkin to fucking Charlo to fucking Adames. They trying to kill him. They trying to fucking kill him, yo.
He just keeps coming up short, man. I feel bad for dude. I really do. You know what I mean?
Me too, but it's because he don't have no major promotional engine behind him to get those.
Is he on the
gimme
PBC
fights.
or is he a free agent?
No,
Like,
he's PBC. No, he's
okay,
I mean,
yeah.
bro, you see where his fights is at. Last
Oh,
one
no,
was
no,
Charlo.
I mean, Charlo, then this one on, yeah. I mean, but he went to the zone before that, right? Or was he had?
Nah, he was never with the zone. He was he was never.
I mean,
with
they
the
sent him to the zone for a Triple G, right? Or
they like they let him go to the zone, but
he's always been with PBC from the start. Or
I mean, I kind of think.
Yeah, he's
so,
with the Bella. He's with the Bella.
Oh, if he with the, I mean, like the Bella don't necessarily equate to being.
No,
he's
not with PBC.
Fighter.
He's with the Bella because he fought Jacobs. It was on HBO, right?
Well, Lube must be trying to get him killed from fucking.
But he wouldn't let Sergio fight Triple G though. But the reason was because there's no money behind it. People don't realize the reason that Golovkin really wasn't getting fights is because there was no money in it. Dudes wanted retirement checks to fight him, and the money wasn't there.
I think fucking Peter Quillen asked for $6 million or some wild ass. I'm like, bro, the fucking whole fight.
That's
ain't
why
worth
people told him to go to 68. I'm like, bro, it's gonna be the exact same issue as
I mean, it's like you had legit top guys like that, literally pissing their pants over fighting this dude.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Daniel Gill unified titles and dropped one of them because Golovkin. How you unify?
See shit like that. I mean, that's fucking wild.
Crazy. Like imagine Stephen.
The funny shit is he ended up getting his ass beat by him anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. Yo,
that's the funny shit. You dropped that title just for him to still beat the shit out of you anyway. Zerto, can you close the fucking show?
Close the show. Close the show. Imagine Steven.
This is excruciating now. Seriously,
belt right now.
Come on, close the goddamn show.
Oh, he just got countered with a straight right.
They stopped it.
What?
They did? It. Yeah. Finally.
Shit. Okay, he's out. He's out on his feet, literally, man.
Right. Why are you hugging the ref?
That's it. He's had enough.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah,
he literally hugged the ref like, thank you.
Thank God. I appreciate it, man.
Shit.
Okay.
I thought I was going to have to make it to the next round.
Yeah. I thought he was going to kill me. You saved my life. Oh, my God.
Have you heard Peter Quillen talking about Triple G in an interview? The face he makes is like he was talking about someone that jumped him when he was a child.
Yo, people really try to rewrite history, bro. Triple G was, dudes are really running from that dude. How many?
I mean, like, look,
this is what I'm
gonna say. Let me say this, right? Because I have two opinions on Triple G, and both of them are true. That man was ducked. If you tell me he wasn't ducked, you a fucking liar. That man was ducked. But
he made mistakes too.
But he made mistakes. And you didn't have to make it all about Canelo because the fans was with you at that time. Feel me? After the first fight, the fans was on Golovkin's side, like, nah, that wasn't no draw. That's bullshit.
And Canelo tested
And
positive
Canelo,
for the
yo,
Quimbo.
for real, that was
The fans,
icing on the cake, bro.
so him being a dickhead, bro, you could have circumvented Sergey with Billy and unified with Billy. Feel me? You could have did that.
Yep.
Nah, you
They
gonna
had a
make it
deal.
all about
They
Canelo.
supposedly were getting a deal ready in place too. But the thing with Billy though is that Golovkin even said it himself when they asked him about Billy. He was like, "Talk to me when he's serious," because that motherfucker tried to get him before. I remember that shit. But yeah,
I know, but it's to me, it's like,
nah.
look,
But I
if
know
you
what you
feel,
mean.
Eson, if you
At
feel
least
that
he could have
Canelo
been the
robbed you,
undisputed.
my shit is if you feel that Canelo
Yep.
robbed you, and then
You
you
giving him
see
a
that,
second chance, basically.
yeah, like so you gonna go back to the scene of the crime to get robbed again? I think, bro, that's on you that time. That's not on him. That's on you.
Yeah.
You
No,
came for that.
but you got to realize that's me and your point of view. But I mean, I understand from him too. It's like, yo, I beat this dude, and I'm gonna beat him again. Like I understand that part of it though, from the from the competitor's point of view, because that's also an element to their mindset. You know what I mean? But
Yo, I just read.
Look at Gonzalez.
Yo, look at Leaf Hound. Leaf Hound literally says, "Stop protecting B." Like, you serious, bro? Did you see that fight? Fucking protecting
why does he need to be protected anyway?
From this guy that got wobbled by Gonzalez? Nah, you wildin', fam.
No way.
You wildin'. I'm telling you now, B-Ball will play with that dude, dog. He'll play with that dude, man. Y'all better stop with these fake ass boogeymen that y'all be trying to fabricate. Motherfuckers ain't dumb out here, B.
Come on, Ring. We know Luis Ortiz. We know Luis Ortiz was the boogeyman of the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
we know that.
Word, right? Yeah. If anything, Dillian White is the fucking boogeyman.
Much more than Ortiz.
I seen more motherfuckers. I seen more motherfuckers turn down Dillian White fights than Luis Ortiz. I seen Luis Ortiz get offered fights.
Dillian White is a much better fighter than Luis Ortiz, in my opinion.
I'm gonna just say that Ortiz is a guy that looked like he's super duper skilled, right? He looked that way, but it's not on paper. Like, bro, you didn't beat shit. You literally did not beat shit.
Who's his best win?
That's fucking Latif Coyote, and that was a cruiserweight.
Bryant Jennings.
I don't even say Bryant Jennings. But Bryant was coming off the loss. Bryant,
y'all know what his best. Y'all know what his best win is. Y'all know what his best win is? Getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder twice.
That's his best win, bro. Jay, that's his best win. Getting knocked out by. Because ever since he got since he got knocked out, he became the shit. Like, oh, I get knocked out, so I guess that makes me a great fighter.
He can go up to Fury and say, yo, motherfucker, I got knocked out by Wilder.
Bro, all I know is when they put him on Matchroom, he did 2 shows at Matchroom, and he looked Reggie as fuck. He looked Reggie with Dave Allen, and he looked Reggie with Malik Scotch. So I don't want to hear that shit.
It is Malik Scott we're talking about here. So, he is the
diver. But the word, right? Word. He's an Olympic. He is, though. Like, he really is.
He's an Olympic gold medalist in diving. That's what he won an Olympic gold medal for.
Real shit. Motherfucker be like, yo, Malik Scott is an Olympian. In boxing? No, in diving. Diving.
Synchronized swimming.
The dive master. Who watching Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley? What's going on with that shit?
I got it on. Not much. Jake is winning from what I can see. He's landing the clean.
Yeah, I'm looking for the link.
Tyron really can't do much. I mean, so.
Is he at least trying to knock? Is he at least trying to knock Tyron out or something?
Man, you know this is fake. No way, this is real.
Well, Jake's winning the fight. That's how I have it. So, he's not going to lose his fight.
Bro, I'm going to just say that I don't fucking tune. I would not watch that shit to watch Jake jab and move. Like, no. It has not come to that to where I'm really going to watch this motherfucker box. You need to fucking...
He's staying in the pocket a little bit with Tyrone. He's not moving as much.
I'm like,
I still want to see that Chavez Jr. coverage, Jules, on the relay.
Oh, God.
I gotta fuck with my man Chavez in the blue contact Snapchat filters.
Hey, Chavez went back to black hair too, though. He's taking it serious.
Yeah,
he still uses Snapchat filters, bro. You know what they need to make? Chavez Jr. versus Chisora. Fuck it. The fuck it fight. The fuck it hospital bill fight. Like, I want a big hospital bill. Biggest hospital bill
versus Berlanga.
When does Senior write him out of the wheel? That's the question.
I know, right?
Yo, you know what's funny? I would pick Chavez to beat Berlanga.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would pick Chavez to beat Because you're not supposed to get dropped like that by Coceras, bro.
No.
Especially when he fight on the balls of his feet. He's not even sitting on his punches. And
And
he
he's not a
dropped
big
him.
puncher either.
Wait. Who was Zerto trying to be with this cowboy hat shit? Desperado, Antonio Banderas.
He trying to be los Tigres del Norte.
Love that
He's
fucking
a
movie. I
vaquero.
only watched that movie. I only watched the movie for Zamba Hayek, by the way. So.
Oh, her fucking titties, bitch. Shit.
God bless
Jesus
America.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
Fucking, nah, it's real shit, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? I never thought Jennifer Lopez was all that. Bitch.
No, I'll take.
No,
Hayek
hey,
any day.
Ray, Jules, you telling the truth,
Really?
bro. I don't think she has much talent. I don't. I mean, well, like she's
Nah,
fine.
I ain't
yeah.
even. Nah, I'm talking about like on some like, yo, who was better, Selma in her prime
Selma,
or Jenny and
100%.
Oh God, Zelma.
It's
Zelma all the way,
bro.
man. Zelma all the
To
way.
me, it was
Zelma, come on,
like
man.
by a landslide, bro. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo,
I
y'all
remember
just
Cameron Diaz though in The Mask. That was her
Oh,
prime
yeah.
was
She was
short,
smoking.
but man,
That was the
Yo,
best moment in the
Yo,
sun.
she started looking like Ivan Drago right after that movie, dog.
that was her best look. And in The
By
Mask,
far.
she, I'm like, whoa.
When she was on Charlie's Angels, she looked like Ivan Drago, B. All I need is Sylvester. Adrian, all you gotta do is right.
Oh,
for
Jake
me.
got a cut on his forehead.
Yep.
Oh shit.
I
Yeah, you
met
do.
Selma Hayek in 2010, so about 10 years ago, and she is ever as much beautiful in person as you ever see on film. She
No, I'm gonna
is,
tell you what.
even in her
Jenna-
40s, she's a
Look,
smoke show.
I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all don't know Jennifer Connelly, right? Look up
Oh, I
Jennifer
do.
Connelly.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, I do.
I
Yo,
met her.
gorgeous.
I'm gonna tell you what, dog. Her eyes is just that like deep and blue in person. Like the prettiness and all of that shit.
Yeah,
The
she's
prettiness and all of
gorgeous.
that shit that you see on camera. That shit is 100% organic.
Hey,
Because
you know,
I was like,
you know who she's
yo.
married to? You know who her husband is? Jarvis in the MCU of the Vision, the guy who plays the Vision.
Vision. Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. Yeah, she married to him.
Paul
Yeah.
Bettany's her husband.
Yo, now I'm gonna tell you
Paul
what.
Bettany, yeah, she married to Paul Bettany.
He's
Tell you what.
He's English, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know who's mad pretty in person that they don't look like they all that on camera, but when you see them, they just mad fucking pretty. Katie Holmes. I met her. She's mad pretty. Like I turned like, yo, I was young. I was working a job. I had a job in a very popular market downtown. Somebody asked me, yo, where's the butter? Right? I'm literally in front of the butter. I turn around and say some slick shit, and it was Katie Holmes. Yeah, I was real young when this. Like I think I was like 19 or whatever. I turn around, I'm about to say some slick shit because I'm right in front of the butter. It's like, oh shit, you're Katie Holmes. She's like, I know. It was mad funny. She's like, I know. I was like, oh shit, you're Katie Holmes. Oh shit, that shit. But she's mad pretty in person. I swear to God, mad prettier than she look on camera. That shit is wild, B. That shit had me rolling. Like that's one of my favorite meet a celebrity moments. I was like, oh shit, you're Katie Holmes. Oh,
hey, yo, who's been catching up with Hawkeye? Anybody seen the latest episode?
Yo, you know I ain't seen that shit, but I heard it was good.
Yo, hey man,
I can't believe
dude,
BJ
they let
Flores
off a
is
bombshell.
training this dude though.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nah, it
There's money
wasn't.
there.
It wasn't fake. It ain't fake with Katie because she was young when that dog. I'm damn near 40. I'm talking about like damn near 20 years ago, bro. She was still young when that. Katie Holmes is younger than me, I think.
Now
She
was she
surgery.
she is like in her early 40s now, I think so. I think she might be older than EJ. I'm not sure, but
I know she's fine, motherfucker. Is what I know.
yeah,
That's what I know.
Yeah.
And I don't give a shit if Cardi B's ass is fake. Still clap them cheeks. I don't give a shit.
She's younger than you.
Give a shit, yo. Motherfuckers told me like it really not gonna squeeze a fake titty. Stop lying to yourself. Titty.
Come on.
You see that titty, you gonna go for it. Don't fucking lie to me. Now, Lil Kim, I ain't gonna lie to you. The way she look, it's not gonna work, dog.
I didn't know she was Asian. I didn't know she was Asian.
Listen, bro. She looked like somebody shaved all the hair off a cat and left it outside.
You're wrong
Her
for
face
that.
is wild, B. Her fucking
dude, bro,
wild.
I'm being serious. She went from black to Asian. That's how she looked. Like,
Bro, look at them. Look at them cats that don't have no hair.
She could be Kim
that's
Chi.
what yo, she could be fucking Akuma from Street Fighter.
Oh shit.
Do that raging demon and beat the shit out of somebody. She grab you and just sit on your face. She'll grab you, sit on your face, and the whole screen will go black. You'll wake up with motherfucking syphilis.
You know what would be a fun way.
Nobody
to die?
got a link to that
wait.
Chavez Jr. fight. He's in the ring right now.
Try
Bro, ain't nobody about to stay up to watch no motherfucking
Oh
Chavez.
man,
You know what would be a nice way.
Chavez.
You know what would be a nice way to die. To be sandwiched by Ruby Rose and Doja Cat.
Oh, Doja Cat. Yo, she got a breast reduction. She did the right thing because she had dog nose titties when she first came out. Most people didn't notice that, but I did. Now, if you look at,
did you just say a woman did the right thing by getting a breast reduction? Did I hear that?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I followed Doja Cat when she was on her underground shit, and she always had old lady titties. Like, she always had droopy fucking titties, and that was one of the things about her that was unique. That like she looked good, but she got droopy fucking titties.
Jules,
if you look at her now,
did you see her woman video? Her video woman.
Tyrone Woodley straight did an MMA takedown right now.
Bruh,
motherfuckers is really slam Jake.
I ain't gonna fucking watch that Jake Paul shit, B. I just want to know if somebody get knocked out so I can look up the highlights. But she got a breast reduction, you could tell, because her titties got mad smaller. They mad smaller than they used to be.
Did she get the reduction?
I think she lost weight. I think she lost weight too as well. She got skinnier. She looks slim. She's a little slim now.
Yeah, she is slim up. Yeah, she is slim up top that she used to be.
Did she do a full reduction, or did she do like reduction and she put the fake ones on too?
Nah, it's possible that she did that too to make them perkier. It's possible. That's possible too. But something is definitely different up top. Like, it's noticeable. It's too noticeable for nothing to have happened there.
That's the full highlights that I need. That's what I need in my life. Those highlights.
I mean, I ain't mad at that shit though. Like, she want to do her thing. Like, I'm an ass guy anyway. I ain't mad at that shit. I ain't worried about something. I really ain't worried about
y'all remember when J-Lo's ass was a big topic of discussion? It's like I saw that shit. Like, it's not even that big. I can name like.
You know what the shit was? No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it was. It's because like in her prom, right? J-Lo had a nice silhouette, which is why everybody was bugging. Like, and she did have a nice silhouette, but I never thought she was all that. Like, motherfuckers is wilding. Like, B, she really is Jenny from the block. Basic bitch on the block. Like, you wilding. Like
she
basic as shit.
She can't act. Really, I don't think.
No, it ain't even that. Like, look, she can have talent, but I'm just saying, like she, you know, but that's a Fordham Road broad, bro. Like, that's a run of the mill Fordham Road Grand Concourse chick. Like, chill, B. Y'all wilding.
She had that.
Ben Affleck is back taxing that shit again. I don't know how that's gonna work, but
he's
whatever.
Addicted. They're gonna get married.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Yeah, they probably saw. Yeah. Well, I believe you. All right, Tyrone. Oh boy, I'm glad I'm
gonna say this. Hallie was always the shit. Nia Long was always the shit.
Megan Good was always the shit.
Sanaa Lathan was always
Megan
the
Good.
shit. Megan Good. All right. But I was like, yo, when I would look at J-Lo, I'm like, bro, that's your run-of-the-mill joint on the concourse. What is y'all talking about? Like, why is y'all wilding? Like, that's your run-of-the-mill joint from Highbridge or some shit.
It was the dress at the fucking Grammys that hyped her up.
Yeah, that's what did it. Yeah, I remember that
because of some side boob? Motherfuckers is wilding.
She had the multiple talents, so that's what got all. I mean, all that exposure, of course, is gonna make her to the common public. It's like she's like the casual. She's like for
God rest her soul. If Selena never passed, there'd be no J-Lo.
She's a fighter. She's like the Deontay Wilder of like hot chicks.
Wait, what I'm gonna say?
The WBA is letting Spencer.
What?
You lying?
What you say? Say that again.
You lying, Eson.
Say it again. What you say?
Eson.
Hey.
Yo, the WBA got him. They fucking got him.
What do you
mean? Let's go, guys. Come on.
The WBA got him.
Get him back.
Yo, Gilberto just fucking stole Eson.
Oh.
What happened?
Fuck. There you are. What happened? Eson.
What's with the cliffhanger?
Eson, you trolling or what, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yo, what
man? Tell us.
What the fuck?
I told you, Ugas is gonna unify with Spence. That's what you
win. What happened?
Whoa. Tag me, bro. Shit. Tag me.
Michael Benson.
How'd they get around that fight-in?
Hold on, let me make sure it's not a fake Michael Benson account, because it's a fake account that be trying to fool mother. All right, yeah.
Nah,
WBA President Gilberto Mendoza has revealed Spence versus Ugas has now been approved. Oh, suck my dick, this fucking coward. Yo, that dude is a coward, bro. I don't want to hear about this cat,
man. You know what? He's never gonna fight Crawford. If Spence, he's never gonna fight Crawford after that. That's for sure. That's for sure.
So what does Crawford
welterweight
do now, then?
unification and will take place next as Ugas mandatory. So they got him to step aside. That's how they got
Damn.
him to step aside.
So what path does Crawford have now? He's not. You know damn well Spence is gonna avoid. I mean, which he did. I mean, as you can see here.
Listen,
What does
that
Crawford
shit,
do now?
No, listen, I'm so tired of the welterweight division. I don't care anymore. Honest to God, I'm like, bro, this dude is a coward, and they supporting that coward.
He picked
It is what it
Ugas over
is.
Crawford.
Man. Yeah,
He
like
picked
you
Ugas
always,
over Crawford.
you always gonna pick somebody over Crawford. Like the door was open for you to fight Crawford. The door was open. Who you want to fight? Fucking Ugas. It is
What's
what it
that
is.
tell you?
And that pay-per-view is gonna flop.
Of course, because I'm not buying that shit. You think them motherfuckers is gonna buy that shit?
The beauty would be Ugas winning that fight. That
Well,
would
he
be
might, because the thing is, even with this shit, motherfucking Spence still a dude that got a detached retina from
Hell
sparring.
yeah.
So this could be the banana skin. Like, don't think that because you fighting Ugas, that Ugas not gonna try to win, that he not gonna punch you in that eye.
How quickly or how easy
Yeah, I'm
do you
taking
get
Ugas by
unification if he
decision.
does?
Me too. I got Ugas on points.
You still a
I mean, I don't
dude.
know if it's actually gonna happen. I'm gonna bet on it though.
Yeah,
he'll be the underdog for sure.
You still the dude that got a detached retina from a fucking sparring session.
And
So
how many?
I don't trust you.
So Jay, so if he ends up fighting Ugas, which it sounds like it's going to happen, he fights him what, February, March? How many months off does he have since his last fight?
That's the other thing. The ring rust, bro. The ring rust, bro. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, yo,
2 years? 2
even
years
if
without a
even
fight?
you got a dude that keeps trying to go for the path of least resistance, basically. And we've been seeing fight after fight that shit has been backfiring. You picking Ugas because you don't want to deal with the smoke from Crawford. That's the only reason you keep prioritizing that shit, because it's not a bigger money fight. Ain't nobody asking you, like, really? The only motherfuckers that want you to fight Ugas is motherfuckers that don't buy pay-per-views. The same shit that I said about Porter versus Crawford. No, I don't mind Porter versus Crawford. Right? What happened? What happened?
What?
What
He
happened?
knocked him out.
What happened?
Who knocked who out?
Woodley got knocked out.
Woodley got knocked out?
Shit.
God knocked the fuck.
You lying.
Oh,
no,
you are
yeah.
stop
fucking lying.
Yeah,
Damn it.
so, yeah.
My stream
It
cut
wa-
out.
No, it wasn't like knockout. It was like you ain't moving off the canvas knockout.
Oh, mother.
Overhand right to his jaw.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean,
Damn.
look, Woodley want to be a pretend boxer now. A YouTuber knocked you out. That's what you get.
Knocked cold out.
Well,
That's what he. No, that's what he get. Y'all MMA dudes always talking that shit. Always talking that shit. Now a YouTuber with boxing gloves knocked you out. Not a boxer.
And
a YouTuber.
Yo,
YouTuber.
Julius, Spence versus Ugas won't be for the Ring Magazine titles because Crawford's #1 in their ratings now.
Of course not, but it don't. You think his fucking pussy ass
he knocked
fans
him out cold,
They don't
bro. That's
care.
crazy.
Hey, look, motherfuckers, I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm fucking tired.
No,
and I'm
what were you saying?
pissed.
My bad. I just saw the knockout. My bad.
No. No. It ain't because of that. I'm just saying I'm fucking tired and sleepy, and I'm going to sleep.
Say one last thing.
Fucking...
One last thing before you go to bed.
Right.
What does Crawford do now? If this fight happens, what does Crawford do in the
Go
meantime?
for Ortiz or Taylor.
Ortiz or Taylor. That's it.
Yep.
Watch this.
He goes up. He goes down
I
to 140.
take the Taylor fight if I win him. I take the Taylor fight if I win him.
Yeah, like because right now and no, but see, this is the other thing. Look, him and Josh Taylor is both with MTK. Most people don't realize that they're both
make
with
a ton
MTK.
of money in England too with that fight. He can.
You
make
might
a ton
as
of
well,
money.
yeah, you might as well do that because what I see is Spencer's not trying to fight you, bro. Like he really not, and not for nothing. I'm not saying it because I'm mad. I'm not saying it because of nothing. I'm dead ass. Spence can lose this fight.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He can literally lose this fight.
People sleep on Ugas for what?
It's not just the Ugas shit, because Ugas is all right. Ugas is a semi-solid fighter. I don't think he would have beat Stanionis. I'm being real. He's semi-solid. My issue is Spence is a guy who got a detached retina from sparring. So what happens to you under the hot lights? What
Lower
happens?
headgear, 2 years off.
It is what it is. Now I'm gonna go to sleep and take a shit, gentlemen. Always a pleasure.
Good night.
Night, y'all.